the Perkins family invites your family to come in and enjoy a meal with us. La Fonda Restaurant, proud supporter of the Artesia Bulldogs.
KCLT is the leader in surface rental equipment and customer service throughout the Permian Basin. With yards in Artesia and Monahans, Texas, you can count on KCLT to work 24/7, 7 days a week. Their professional mechanics are always out in the field and are DORT certified. KCLT is there to make sure your site is ready when you are ready and can certify your man lift and forklift operators on site or in our yards. Save KCLT in your contacts, 575-308-8647. Surface rental equipment all in one place. KCLT, helping you keep America running. Proud supporter of the Artesia Bulldogs.
Are you ready to succeed? The health education programs at ENMU Roswell can set you up for success with a wide variety of courses such as emergency medical services, fire science, medical assisting, nursing, and respiratory therapy. ENMU Roswell can prepare you for a rewarding career in the healthcare industry. ENMUR stacks courses in order to get the student into a job as quickly as possible while creating a pathway for more advanced certifications, licenses, and degrees. Eastern New Mexico University Roswell. Success starts here.
Incredible in Artesia is open for business, ready to give you the hometown quality and customer service you know and love. Georgia and her team specialize in in-house design for quality custom business cards at a competitive price. From scanning to desktop publishing, if you need it, they can do it. On Main Street across from the Derrick Floor statue in downtown Artesia. For all your printing needs, think Incredible.
Devon Energy is proud to support Artesia High School athletic programs. By partnering with Artesia, we're making an investment in the long-term future of our community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership, skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From our team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Bulldogs from Devon Energy.
Hawker & Sons of Artesia, a company specializing in excavation and construction, is proud to support and provide construction services to the people and businesses of Eddy County and the surrounding area. With their expert knowledge of the industry, Hawker & Sons is well equipped to offer top-level service and professionalism to all oil field businesses, commercial and private parties with excavation and construction needs. Call Hawker & Sons today at 575-365-3175 or visit their website at hawkerandsons.com. Go Bulldogs!
Do you know what the hardest part of dealing with the roofer is? Just trying to get them on the phone. Jennifer here from Trustmark Roofing, and I want you to know that you can always trust Trustmark Roofing to answer our phone. Need a free roof inspection? Just call us at 575-755-ROOF and we'll answer with a live person, a real human being. Have a roofing project already going with us and need to discuss it? Just call 575-755-ROOF and we will answer the phone. No answering machine, no voicemails, and no weird robot automated attendant. That's because at Trustmark Roofing, we're all about relationships and treating people right. That's true for customers and vendors and insurance companies and employees. Anyone and everyone who comes in contact with our company. So if you have any roofing needs at all, trust Trustmark to treat you right and to answer the phone. Our number again is 575-755-ROOF or find us online at trustmarkroofpros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
Good afternoon, Bulldog fans. Joby Hoffman here with Coach Bickle of the Artesia Bulldog baseball team. And wow, what a week so far, Coach. You guys made it back to the state championship game. And an exciting one yesterday, taking on the Gobble Rockets, the familiar foe that seems like a zillion times every year. But you guys get the win 2-0. I'll let you talk about that win.
Yes, sir. So going into that game, we're really trying to tell the kids, hey, you got to go battle a team for the fifth time, and that every single game the score gets closer and closer. And so it might be a one-hit game, it might be a one-run game, but you got to play all seven for that one run. And it just happened to happen, right there at the end, we got those two runs across, and that just kind of shows you how they just keep their nose down and keep going. And so and that continues through the whole season, and that's kind of what gets us here, is just the work ethic of this group. It's really special to watch. They had a mission from the very beginning to get here, but not just to get here, but to win it. And so now they're here, and watching them wake up this morning, they were high-fiving, like saying, let's go get one. And they're excited. They're ready to be here, but as soon as that first pitch goes, I'm really excited to see the intensity they bring, because I don't think they've shown that yet.
All right, well, that first pitch is going to be here in a little bit. Taking on the Bloomfield Bobcats. I feel like they got the upset. Well, they were they were the lower seed. They played St. Pius last night, get the win, the 6 against the 2. So you guys are taking on Bloomfield, the 6 seed against the 1 seed in Artesia. Again, just talk about this game. What do you know about Bloomfield, and how are we going to work through this match?
Yes, sir. So Bloomfield, what you have to think about is all season they've been record-wise number 1 and 2 right with us, and they have the exact same record as us today. And so, you can say who they played versus who we played and all that, but it doesn't matter today. What matters today is winning this game. And so, as we break down Bloomfield and we look at them and see what they have, we've realized that in 14 of their games, they've come back to win in the last 9 outs. And so this is definitely a team that's scrappy all the way to the end. The 3rd time through, the 4th time through the lineup, they seem to really get hot. And so, if something happens early, it can happen again at the end of the game too. And so we're really trying to keep them focused on those last 9 outs and see if we can't minimize some of their agenda there, because it's been showing up everywhere they play. Tough games, 1 or 2 runs in the 7th, they're 6th, and then they're getting out of there with a run ahead. And so they're good. They're here for a reason, and we're expecting some pretty challenging baseball.
All right, Bulldog fans, stay right here at KSVP Radio and KSVPTV.com. We'll be on Facebook and YouTube as well, audio only. But man, what a matchup up here in Albuquerque. A little breezy today, but just play through it. Yes, sir. All right, go Bulldogs.
The Artesia Historical Museum and Arts Center now has their very own website. Visit artesiamuseum.org to stay up to date on events and exhibits. Look through historical photos of Artesia, submit research requests, and more. For information, please call 575-748-7345. Stop by the Artesia Historical Museum and Arts Center at 505 West Richardson Avenue or online at artesiamuseum.org. Open Tuesday through Saturday from 9 to 4. This ad paid for by Artesia Lodgers Tax.
At First Church Artesia, we proclaim Christ as King over all. Located at 4th and Grand, we're a family exalting His reign in every corner of life, work, home, and community. Join us Sundays at 10:45 a.m. for reverent, family-integrated worship and Bible preaching that transforms. From Artesia streets to your soul, it's all of Christ for all of life. Visit artesiareform.com or find us on Facebook. First Church Artesia, His kingdom rules.
Kane Electrical Supply is your #1 distributor when it comes to the top-of-the-line inventory. Kane Electric carries name brands such as Appleton, Burndy, Fluke, Cooper Lighting, Hoffman, Phillips Lighting, iDeck, Klein Tools, and Square D. Kane Electric has your professionals and will assist you with any information you may have on electrical supplies. Kane Electric delivers on location too. Come by Kane Electric today in Artesia at 1911 North Roselawn.
There really is no one quite like you, and no one quite like the ones you love. At Turpinning & Son Mortuary, they take pride in providing families with the best service possible. The phrase, "we make it personal," is not just a tagline. It's the way they conduct themselves every day as they honor the ones you love in their own unique and special way. Located at 611 West Grand in Artesia. Visit artesiafunerals.com to learn more. Turpinning & Son Mortuary, proudly serving our community and your family since 1954.
Mac Energy Company is working to develop today's energy with tomorrow's technology. Technological advances in recent years have presented new possibilities for exploration. We strive to utilize these advances and stay abreast of innovative technology to ensure that our company is a forerunner in the quest for energy for many years to come. But more importantly, Mac Energy Corporation is committed to being an advocate of the communities around us. We invest in community initiatives that focus on youth, education, and innovative projects that address local issues. To learn more about Mac Energy, our affiliates, and our commitment to our youth and communities, visit us at mec.com.
Southeast New Mexico College offers a variety of associate degrees and certificates to help you pursue your educational goals. You'll find high-quality, affordable associate programs like business and nursing. Certificate programs like natural gas compression, welding, and industrial maintenance are offered to serve the common needs. Find your direction at SENMC. Navigate new pathways through higher learning at Southeast New Mexico College. Learn more at senmc.edu.
You drove the miles and your tires are done. Got to shop the best prices under the sun at Big O. Big O Tires.
Shop top brand tires with the lowest tire price guarantee and visit your locally owned Big O Tires. Now through May 26th, get $80 to $120 instant savings on 4 select in-stock Cooper, Nexen, Nitto, or Sumitomo brand tires with installation purchase. Installation required. Disposal fees and shop fees extra where permitted. See store for pricing. Eligibility may vary. Not valid with other offers.
Attention sports fans. Come explore Carlsbad Ford's huge inventory. From sleek sedans to rugged trucks, Carlsbad Ford has a huge variety of vehicles to fit your lifestyle. The best cars, the best trucks. Come find out why Carlsbad Ford is the best in southeastern New Mexico.
Oh, yeah!
At Carlsbad Ford Lincoln, their team is dedicated to helping you find the perfect vehicle with the best offers available. Carlsbad Ford, 2802 West Pierce, a proud supporter of high school sports.
Some teams do that, some teams don't.
I got you. All right, Bulldog fans, Joby Hodling and Lee Johnson, and we are live at the 2025 Nucinda Credit Union State Playoffs, and today is Championship Saturday. And if you didn't know it, if you've been under a rock somewhere, our Artesia Bulldogs are in the state title game back-to-back years. Fell to Grants last year, looking to get the blue this year, Lee, and it's a nice and cool day. Had a lot of clouds in the sky, but you can also see some blue sky up there. The sun peeks in and out, but little breezy. It might affect the game. We've been up here. We were up here during the New Mexico Military Institute game. Lee and I were, and I tell you, it got to blowing pretty hard for a little bit there.
It did.
And it's kind of calmed down now, but the wind is blowing out. We're on field number 1, kind of at an angle here. I don't know. We're facing, I guess, north and east.
It's facing northeast. I think going down the left field line, that's probably about due north.
And the wind is kind of blowing down the left field line right now. Again, it's not nearly as breezy as earlier, but it will help batters a little bit, blowing out to left field. Bulldogs here in this ball game taking on the Bloomfield Bobcats. And Lee, I'm going to let you talk about these two clubs.
Okay, I'll talk about Bloomfield first. They're the visitors today. They came into the state tournament as the number 6 seed, so their overall record's 24-6 right now. And in the 2 weeks ago in the 2 best-of-3 series, they played the 11 seed Deming Wildcats, and it took 3 games for the Bobcats to take care of them. They won the first one, lost the second one, won the third one. Then in the quarterfinals on Thursday, they took care of number 3, the Academy Chargers, 4-2. Then yesterday in the nightcap, they took care of the number 2 seed St. Pius Sartans, beat them 6-2. And so that's how they got here to face the number 1 ranked Bulldogs. And I'll go over the Bulldogs getting here 2 weeks ago. They faced the Bernalillo Spartans and took care of them in 2 games. Then on Thursday, the Bulldogs played the 9 seed Hope Christian Huskies and got the victory 7-5. And then yesterday they played the district rival number 12 seed. They are really not a 12 seed, the Goddard Rockets, and if you didn't get to see the game or listen to the game, it was an outstanding game pitched by both pitchers. Artesia just edged them out 2-0, and that's how the Bulldogs got here today against the Bobcats.
I visited with Wally D from up in the Farmington area, and he's in Farmington, and he's here covering the Bobcats with his radio group, a longtime friend of KSVP, and he was telling me, that they were, and I think you and I talked about it, Lee, they kind of, or maybe it was Coach Bickle that told me this, but they kind of bounced around 2-3 all year. They lost 1 game in district, and they fell to number 10 in the state, and then when district wrapped up, they had moved up to number 6, getting the 6th seed. So as you already said, they got the same record we do. They did win their district. They were 9-1. They lost 1 game to Aztec. The Bulldogs, of course, went undefeated at district and District 4A champs. But everything I hear about Bloomfield is they're going to be a tough game today, even though they're the 6th seed. And of course, as you pointed out, Goddard was the best 12 seed maybe in the history here, as they were a very good group. from Goddard High School, but the Bulldogs were able to get that win yesterday. And boy, you said it, but what a pitching match between Goddard and Artesia, and we ended up getting that win 2-0. But just an amazing game. And so now we're back in state title. It's a different venue than last year. Last year we were at Lobo Field, or whatever they call it, UNM Stadium. But this year we're back here where we've been the last 2 days, J. Reardon Sports Complex. And the 1 through 4A schools all played their state championships here. Yesterday 1A was here, and then 2A was this morning, and noonish was 3A. And a congratulations goes out to the New Mexico Military Institute as they take care of business and they win a state title today right before our game. And now, of course, 4A is right here and going to wrap it up out here at this complex. 5A is going to be played this evening, 6:30, and I think it's El Dorado and Sandia.
It is.
The 4, 5, maybe 5, 6 seeds maybe. So La Cueva fell, and Rio Rancho, the number 2 seed, fell. So the top and number 3 seed, and I can't remember who that was. Maybe Cleveland, but they've got the middle seeds there playing for the state title. But they're going to be over there at UNM, and I was there earlier today. Our track teams are doing fantastic. We got several state champions that I know I'm going to get. Like I was supposed to be thinking. Oh, I was reading a text from back home. So Jeffrey is our producer. He's in the studio back home, and he sent me a text. In any case, we've got a lot of state champions over in the track. A couple of girls state champs, a couple of boys state champs, and probably more today. And I'm hoping that I get a full recount so I can give that during our game. But
absolutely,
really proud of our track team, our golf team. I think I spoke about this earlier, Lee, in the week, but our boys golf team takes second. They battle back and climb into second place, so they get the red trophy. And congratulations to Bo Byers, as he is a freshman, but he takes second overall in that golf tournament. And it was a tough course they played, I think, up in Farmington. So just, we're so blessed in Artesia with great coaching, great facilities, great admin, and great athletes.
Yes, sir.
All right, so the teams are being announced. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to bring up, I said it when we started that 2 out of 3 series against Bernalillo. If the Bulldogs end up 25-6, we've got a state championship. 25 wins is the magic number, and of course both teams have the same record, so they're going for that 25th win, and hopefully the Bulldogs can get a good pitching outing out of Diego Morales and play good defense and of course hit the ball around. Yes, sir.
Well, the teams are being introduced. The Artesia Bulldogs wearing their white with pinstripe uniforms. They've got the black and white caps, and they look sharp. Bloomfield wearing pinstripe white and blue pants with their blue tops and white numbers surrounded in blue, or maybe silver numbers, and then blue wrapping around them. But we're going to have the national anthem. I'm going to keep it right here. You can join in with our national anthem, and then when we come back, I'll give you the starting lineups, and we're about ready to play ball.
Now the third baseline, Robert Gunter. Behind the plate, calling the balls and strikes, Steve Lytle. And now, baseball fans, we ask that you please rise for our national anthem. Non-active military and veterans may leave their caps on, following the military salute. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
All right, we are back. Great crowd here for the Bulldogs. Great crowd here for Bloomfield, and it's time to play ball. So let's go ahead and talk about the starting lineups. Bulldogs are home. I think we already said that. So batting order for the Bloomfield Bobcats. Number 3, Gavin Picott. He is the left fielder, batting first. Number 5 is Troy Jaramillo, batting second and playing right field. The catcher, number 13, Manuel Chavarria, is batting third. First baseman, number 20, Trey Woods, is in cleanup. Number 9 is Blake Spencer, playing shortstop and batting fifth. Their pitcher, number 6, Caleb Caruth, is batting sixth. Number 42 is Johnny Yates, and he's DHing for the Bobcats. Third baseman, number 2, Mikael Colbert, is batting eighth. And number 11, Damian Jaramillo, the center fielder, batting ninth. The pitcher, I've already said, is Caleb Caruth. And I'll get their defense here in a minute, who is, I think it's their second baseman that's being DH for. For the Artesia Bulldogs, out in the outfield from left to right, we have number 16, Jet Whitmire, over in left field. The center fielder, number 17, Frankie Galindo. And over in right field, number 8, Charlie Campbell. In the infield with third base, we have number 12, Jack Byers. The shortstop, number 2, Jet Quintus. At second base is Bub Beauregard. He wears number 3 on his jersey. And number 9, Dalen Pacheco, playing first base. The catcher and battery mate to our pitcher is number 7, Brant Usherwood. And the pitcher, number 1, Diego Morales. And Lee, last year, I'm pretty sure I remember correctly, Diego started that game in the championship over at Lobo Field. So he's got, even though he was just a sophomore then, he's a junior now, he's got experience in this state championship atmosphere.
He does. I think that'll help. I still think he'll be a little amped up right now, and hopefully not too amped up to where he can keep the ball where he wants it to go in the strike zone. So looks like we're fixing to have the first pitch, Joby.
Also want to shout out to a couple of our umpires from the Artesia chapter, Ridge Bowden and I said I want to talk about them, and then Kendall Hart. They were up here, and Ridge just called, and I didn't see. I think Kendall was in the field. Ridge was behind the plate of the New Mexico Military Institute win. All right, here's the first pitch. Play ball. Call, strike one, said he went. Good pitch.
Really good curveball by Diego. So with the wind blowing out, it's going to give that curveball a little bit more bite, throwing into that wind.
There's the pitch. He did swing at another one.
Curveball again.
Strike 2 on Gavin Picott. Number 3, as he'll step back in on the right side. Bulldog defense playing pretty much straight away and pretty shallow in left and right. Frankie about probably mid-depth. Here's the pitch. Bouncer right back to the pitcher. Morales picks it up, throws it over to first base, and there's your first out on the ground out.
Good job by Diego attacking the strike zone. That last pitch was a fastball, and the hitter Picott just bounced that one right in the dirt. It kind of took a funny hop straight to Diego, high hopped.
Yeah, there for a minute I thought it was going to be really high, right, but it just kind of hit him up. He put his glove up and caught it. There's a curveball, and there's a rip into right field. And I thought Campbell might come up throwing to first, but he didn't, and probably wisely. You don't want to have an overthrow there and get him down to second.
You know, that's not a bad play, because the catcher's backing that up too, and sometimes the pitcher will be over there, but he didn't, and
that ball could have rolled around back here if it had got by Pacheco. So good, smart move. First batter to get on base was number 5, number 5, the right fielder, Troy Jaramillo, and so first hit of the ball game, and that brings their catcher, number 13, Manuel Chavarria, to the plate. Morales takes a look over to first. Now he'll come set. Decent lead. He's going to throw over. Just more of a toss over, really, just to say, I know you're over there.
So middle infielders in double play depth. Jack Byers even with the bag at third, and of course Dalen Pacheco holding the runner on.
Here's the pitch. Curveball just off the plate. Ball 1.
I did watch Bloomfield and St. Pius play in that game yesterday, and Bloomfield can hit the ball. They hit the ball well against Pius.
All right, here comes the 1-0. Good fastball. Jet's going to get to it. He's not going to have time to get to anybody. He made a slide and get deep in the hole, but that's another base hit. Back to back with 1 out. Runners at first and second.
Yeah, that was just deep in the hole. Jet did a good job of getting to it, but by the time he popped up, he did not have a play at second base.
He did rip it over there, but yeah, it was about 2 steps too late, but nothing he could do. Just a great play going and getting it deep in the hole. All right, so coming to the plate, and we got a courtesy runner for the catcher. It's number 12. And that young man is Ryan Page. So he's down there at first with Troy Jaramillo at second, and a left-hander, number 20, Trey Woods. Trey is the first baseman, and he'll step in on the left side.
He's a big kid.
He is a big kid. Diego comes set, looks back at second one time. Curveball, pop fly in the infield, and Fuentes will come in and call everybody off and make the play.
That was the infield fly rule was in effect. I saw the umpire hold his hand out, and he's supposed to say infield fly rule, batters out.
And he probably did. We're up here up on the top, and I didn't hear him say it, but we got our earphones on. He probably said it.
I'm sure he did.
All right, so two down now for the Bulldog defense as Blake Spencer will step in. He's the shortstop, wears number 9 on his blue jersey. He's got runners at first and second. Morales comes set, takes 2 looks back at second, and now to the plate. Good pitch, just missed. Ball 1 on the outside.
Yeah, he's been starting guys off with the off speed, that curve ball. He throws it well. He's been throwing it for strikes.
All right, again, he's looking back at second. He's set, now to the plate. That one bounces up there, and the runner started to go. Good job blocking it by Usherwood and getting to it quick.
That was a good job because it was in between the hitter's feet, and Spence is a right-handed hitter, so Usherwood kind of shoved him out. He didn't shove him out of the way, but kind of moved him out of the way.
Here's the 2-0. Curveball, a little bit high, ball 3. On deck is the pitcher, number 6, Cable Caruth. And in the hole, the DH, number 42, Johnny Yates. As Bloomfield looking to get something going here with 2 outs. They got runners at first and second. 3-0 count at the plate. He's going to squirt a bunt just to give him a look. And that's ball 4 inside, so that loads them up. That was 4 straight, and really only the first pitch was close, Lee, so a little off the plate that time.
Right, and if he wasn't already in a high-stress situation, it is now.
Bases loaded, 2 down. They got an out everywhere. At the plate is the pitcher, number 6, Cable Caruth. Here's the pitch. Right down the middle.
Good
he
curveball.
swings. Taps it foul over toward the Bulldog dugout on the third base side. Strike 1.
Yeah, Bulldogs on anything in the infield just need to keep it in front of them and get the easiest out. They've got a lot of options.
That pitch low and away, ball 1. 1-1 now, the count to Caruth. If you're just now joining us, we're in the top of the first inning. Championship game, Artesia and Bloomfield. Bulldogs are home, so they're on the field. Morales, the pitcher. Here's the 1-1 to Caruth.
Good curveball again.
He swung and missed, and that ball dove, and another good job by Brent Usherwood because it bounced and he smothered it, kept everybody where they're at.
Yeah, that curveball, it looks like it's in the strike zone, and then it's not.
Yeah, it just disappears. Strike 3. Oh, I called it too soon, Lee. I thought it might have caught the corner, but it did not. So ball 2.
That was just about a ball off the plate.
2-2 the count. Morales from the windup and the pitch. Pop fly in the infield. Jack is calling everybody off. Byers, he'll come in and make the play, and so getting out of trouble are the Bulldogs. Diego induced 2 pop flies in that inning, and so there were 2 base hits, but no runs and no errors, and 3 runners left on the base path. We're going to go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we'll have the home half of the first inning with Galindo, Fuentes, and Byers coming to the plate.
H&R Block of Artesia is proud to be a member of the community and a sponsor of Artesia Bulldog Sports. At H&R Block, tax time is all the time. They offer year-round assistance for personal or business needs. From simple tax questions to bookkeeping, payroll services, and more. You can trust the team at H&R Block to be there when you need them most. Stop by 502 West Texas Suite A in Artesia or call 746-3456 to schedule an appointment. H&R Block. Proud to support Bulldog Sports. Se habla español.
Looking to start, continue, or complete your higher education journey? Join the more than 5,700 current Greyhounds on their journey to student success. Eastern New Mexico University offers the most affordable higher education degree in the Southwest, and New Mexico residents can go to school tuition-free with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship. With online or in-person degrees, ENMU is the right choice for you. For more information, visit enmu.edu. ENMU, student success, that's what we're about.
All right, we're back here, and Bloomfield out on the field taking their warm-ups. The pitcher is Cable Caruth, and he is a freshman. And I double-checked that to make sure, but when I was talking to the other radio station, Wally D, and he told me that their pitcher was he thought it was going to be their freshman. So a young man in a championship game here as a freshman is a big deal. He told me all about him. Said he's going to be a dude as he continues to mature. Said he's kind of small right now, but said he's going to be a good pitcher.
He's a good-looking kid. Got long legs, long arms.
All right, so they finished their infield stuff, and so Picott, Jaramillo. So Damian in center, Troy in right, and Gavin Picott over at left field. Colbert, Spencer, Valencia, and Woods third to first. So number 18, A.J. Valencia, is being DH'd for, but he's playing second base. The catcher, Manuel Chavarria, and the pitcher, we already talked about him, Cable Caruth, freshman for the Bloomfield Bobcats. And stepping in, that familiar face in the leadoff, Frankie Galindo. First pitch from the windup. Curveball inside, ball one.
So Caruth, he's all the way. He's out of the windup. He's all the way over on the first base side of the rubber. Kind of tilted into third before he starts his windup.
That pitch called strike one, kind of down and in with the fastball.
That
nice
was a
pitch.
fastball. He's got good arm side run with his fastball, running into a righty, tailing into him.
So the count 1-1. Frankie steps back in. Here's the wind and the 1-1. Swing, and he fouled it straight back. Just missed that one.
Yeah, I was in the bottom. That was below the letters in the strike zone. Had a good rip at it.
That takes a count to 1-2 for Galindo. On deck is Jet Fuentes, and in the hole, Jack Byers. As Frankie steps back in with that 1-2 count. Caruth takes a look into his catcher, Chavarria. Now he's got his count. Chavarria sets up on the outside of the plate. It's a ground ball right to the shortstop. Nice pickup over there. The throw over is in time.
Boy, really close.
It was close. Galindo can get down the line in a hurry, but they get him out on the ground out. 6-3 if you're scoring at home. One out.
So I was going to say before the pitch, Joby, the shortstop for the Bobcats, Blake Spence, he's way over in the hole, so there's a giant gap up the middle in between the shortstop and where the second baseman's playing. He's kind of playing in the hole towards the line.
Jet Fuentes looks at a little bit of high pitch. He took a big cut at it and come up empty, so strike one to Jet. Yeah, they're both playing in the hole.
Big gap up the middle.
Wide open. Right fielder playing really shallow.
Pretty shallow.
Left fielder playing out there a little bit. Curveball called, strike two. Good pitch.
Yeah, Caruth's he's attacking the strike zone just like you want a pitcher to do.
Jet steps back in. He'll shorten up a little bit and try to drive one. Here's the wind and the 0-2. Curveball, he hits it well into the air. Over right center, the center fielder will fade. At first he come in and then faded and made the play for out number 2.
That's just a routine at the hip catch right there. That wind pushed it just a little bit towards right center away from him.
Yeah, he adjusted. I didn't think he was not going to get to it, but he did have to adjust a little. All right, so with 2 down, Jack Byers will step in, the number 3 batter in the lineup, playing third base today. Caruth says yes to the pitch. Here it is. Curveball almost hits him.
I thought it hit his sleeve, but the infield's playing him to pull. Third baseman way on the line, shortstop way in the hole. Second baseman probably 4 steps from being behind second base. Good fastball.
That went off his foot on a, and Jack kind of limping there, and that stings. He'll walk it off.
So where that hit him, so he's got that a shin guard on, but it goes on the top of his foot, but it stops about where the ball of your foot is. So it probably got him right on the end of that on the toes. Yeah, that one stung him.
He's walking it off over there. Hopefully he's okay, and I'm sure that he will be.
That fastball had a good run on it. Yeah. Yes, it did.
So that takes count to 1-1 as Jack is going back to the batter box. Catcher went out, talked to his pitcher to give him a chance to walk that off. Umpire went out there with him. But they're walking back now. So Chavarria getting ready to set back up behind the plate. Jack looks to be ready. Caruth pitches from the windup. He's going to step up there, as Lee said, way on the first base side of the rubber. Catcher sets up inside, going to try to run it in on him. Strike 3. No, that's strike 2, sorry. 1-2 now. That's just a good pitch down the middle.
Yeah. Left fielder and center fielder are really deep right now. The wind, you can hear the wind in our mics. It's picked up a bunch.
And it's shifted. It's blowing across Jack's. It's blowing towards right field now. It was blowing out the left, and it shifted. There's ball 2. That one missed low and away. 2-2 now to Byers. On deck is Pacheco and in the hole Usherwood. Bulldogs want this fire out here with a 2-out rally here in the bottom of the first. That pitch is going to be called strike 3. Jack goes down looking. All right, so Bulldogs go 1-2-3, no hits, no runs, no errors, and we'll go into the top of the second inning, tied 0-0. Let's hear from First American Bank and J&J Home Care. We'll be back.
It is much easier to prevent business fraud than to clean up the damage after fraudulent activities. First American Bank is committed to introducing the newest technology and treasury management solutions. With First American Bank as your business partner, we can help you with our recommended fraud prevention products and best practices to proactively keep your business finances more secure. Talk to a banker today to find out more. First American Bank, your local first community bank since 1903. Member FDIC.
Home health care is health care in the comfort of your own home when you cannot care for yourself. Home care services can help someone who has chronic health issues, medical setbacks, or health impairments. J&J has the best skilled nurses and therapists for any of your special needs. So why pick a stranger to care for those you love when you can pick your beloved neighbor with over 25 years of experience? J&J Home Care is here for all your home care needs. Call us now at 575-746-2892 or visit us at jjhc.org.
We are headed into the top of the second inning. Bulldogs just threw it around, and Morales has the ball ready to go. Coming to the plate will be the DH, batting in the 7th hole, number 42, Johnny Yates. On deck is Mikael Colbert, the 3rd baseman, and in the hole, the number 9 hitter, center fielder, Damian Jaramillo. Here's Diego with the wind and the pitch. Curveball just missed inside, ball 1. Defense playing pretty much straight away. Whitmire, Galindo, Campbell left to right. Here's the 1-0 swing, and he hits it foul down the line, out in front of it for strike 1.
Curveball, pulled it, foul.
Byers, Fuentes, Beauregard, and Pacheco 3rd to 1st. Usherwood behind the plate, and Morales with the 1-1 pitch. Here it comes. Swung on, it's a chopper down the line, foul. Byers fields it and throws it back to Diego.
We've talked about the hops off this turf. They must have lots of rubber in it because that ball hit and bounced. I bet it bounced 20 feet high.
Yeah. 1-2, bounces it up there. He did not get him to chase. That's what he was trying to do. But good job there by Yates not to take a cut at it.
Outfielders, infielders, all playing straight away.
Good curve ball. That's high in the air out to center field.
That's going to drift some, or should.
And it's drifting, and boy, Galindo, he had to adjust at the end with that wind, but he caught it. And so that is out number 1. And that wind helped that ball. It went deeper than I thought it was going to.
Yes, sir.
And playing him in the perfect spot was Galindo. He was back. He didn't have to really move backwards. He just kind of moved a little to his right, and then right at the end, he took a step back. That wind kind of shoved it. All right, so at the plate is the 3rd baseman, number 2, Mikael Colbert. First pitch called ball. Just missed off the plate.
Yeah, we're starting them off with those curveballs, so.
Ball 1, 1-0. Now the wind in the pitch from Diego. Outside, ball 2. He's kind of been starting out behind so far in this ball game.
He has. He's done a good job recovering, but that's not the way you really want to pitch. Good curveball.
Here's one that just disappeared that you talked about earlier. Strike on the swing from Colbert.
I was going to say, he's having trouble locating his fastball right now.
2-1. That was a fastball.
That was. Okay, I just need to talk about it.
Yeah.
Throw it right on the corner.
Yeah, that helped. All right, 2-2 the count with 1 out. Back to work is Diego, and the pitch, curveball, foul back for just a foul ball strike.
Good cut by Colbert. That ball caught a little bit more of the plate than Diego wanted it to, but still a good pitch.
Damian Jaramillo on deck, and in the hole at the top of the order, Gavin Picott. Curveball, it's a ground ball, foul down the third baseline. The coach over there picks it up, tosses it to Jack. He'll fire it back over to Diego. That was the 27th pitch here for Diego. We're in the top of the second inning with 1 out. Swing and a miss. Oh, foul tip.
Foul tip. Boy, just got a piece of that good high and tight fastball.
And Usherwood almost caught it. He kind of had to adjust pretty quick, but it did fall. Pop fly, and that'll go out over to the right side and out of play for another foul ball strike. So the count remains 2-2. Out in right field, Campbell playing really shallow, and that wind's blowing that way.
Yeah, he is.
That strike. Oh, boy, the Bulldog fans didn't like that one. I guess just up enough.
It was
ball 3.
Yeah, it was just up enough. Yeah.
A little bit of a groan out of them and me. All right, here's the payoff pitch, full count. There's a swing, and that's a deep shot into the, well, not as deep as I thought. Fading over to the right was Campbell. He'll make the play. That line drive must have had some topspin on it or something, because it looked like it was going to be a little bit deeper, and it didn't go as deep as I thought. Campbell got a lock in on it, went to his right about 20 feet and caught it. So that brings the bottom of the order to the plate. Number 11, Damian Jaramillo, the center fielder. 2 down. Swing and a miss.
Good curveball.
That's one of those that started in the middle and broke out. Down and out.
Diego working quick.
Yeah, he has all season, which I like. Swing and a high pop fly that can go over to the other field or may not make it. Foul ball to the left side. So 0-2, he's worked in front of this batter. He can throw about anything he wants right here.
I think he can.
He's going to go to the outsider. That's where he's set up, and he just got the tip of the end of the bat on it, fouled it off.
Good curveball.
So the count remains 0-2. Damian Jaramillo at the plate. On deck is the top of the order. Gavin Picott and Troy Jaramillo in the hole. Fastball inside. That's fouled off again, off to the left side.
Didn't quite get that pitch up high enough, I don't think.
We'll see where Brandt asks for this one. He's going to set up in the middle. Here's the pitch.
Good pitch, curveball.
Curveball, strikeout swinging. That is out number 3. So in the top of the second, no hits, no runs, no errors, and nobody left on base as the Bulldogs will bring the number 4, 5, and 6 hitters to the plate. Pacheco, Usherwood, and Whitmire in the bottom of the second. 0-0 is our score. We'll be back.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin & Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin & Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin & Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Pressure Services, LLC in Artesia, New Mexico has immediate openings for experienced vacuum truck, kill truck, and hydrovac operators. Operators must hold a Class A CDL, at least 2 years of experience, and all positions require a clean driving record and must be able to pass a DOT drug and alcohol screening. Pressure Services offers great pay with IRA benefits and employer contribution towards health benefits. Please apply in person at 2702 North Freeman in Artesia, New Mexico. Equal opportunity employer.
All right, Charlie Campbell going to lead things off here to start the bottom of the second inning. That's not Charlie. That's number 9, Dalen Pacheco. I listened to the guy up in the booth and shouldn't have. Called strike one. Good pitch there from Caruth. I thought, that can't be right. I looked
Right.
up and Dalen at the plate.
It's our 4-hole hitter.
Yeah. Curveball. He hits it high in the air to the left side. Third baseman's got some. Well, I thought he had enough room, but he did not. It ran out into the bullpen over there.
I'm not sure that was a strike. It was well inside and kind of just under the letters.
Yeah, up.
Yeah.
0-2 now. Dalen's been seeing the ball well. We'll see what he does here. Boy, he is on top of the plate. He's got his feet on the white, almost over it. Here's the 0-2. Curveball that he held off on. Good look. Ball one. So the boys, track boys, end up getting second. The Academy got the win. They're the first place team. They won 74-71, and the girls got fourth.
Good pitch.
There's another one was in on him. He fouled it off his own leg.
Really good arm side run on his fastball. I'm not sure if that's a two-seam. It moves a lot. Got late life on the end of that pitch, Joby.
And it dives toward the batter on the right side.
It does.
So the count remains, I've got 1 and 2, and that's correct. Here's the pitch. Curveball high, ball 2. So the boys track team, I kept saying they were going to win it. They end up getting second, get the red trophy. Nothing to sneeze at. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Oh, he foul tipped it. Got just a piece of it. Catcher hit him in the glove, but fell straight down. Oh, it hit the umpire, I think.
I think the umpire was going to walk it off a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, it's got a lot of gear on, but man, that ball always manages to find where there's not
protection.
Not protection, or not enough.
All right, 2-2 pitch. Caruth to the plate, curveball. Oh, boy, that was...
Backed up. No, it was a strike. It backed up on him, but he's so far up on the plate, it makes it look like it's way inside.
I thought it was too high.
Thought it was high?
I didn't think it was inside, but, man, it was up there. But called strike 3, so Dalen takes a seat. To the plate comes number 7, the catcher, Brant Usherwood. 1 out here at the bottom of the second. 0-0 in state championship action.
You can hear the wind picking up.
Yeah, it's picked back up. We can hear it in our earphones good, can't we? Coming through our mics. We got our wind guards on, but it's just blowing pretty good. Here's the pitch. Swung on. That might, just be foul. Third baseman catches it over there. Strike 1 on Brandt.
He needs to drop his bat at the plate, not carry it halfway to first.
Yeah, he was running with it.
He was. That's going to slow him down a bit.
All right, he steps back in. 0-1 the count. The right-hander, Caruth. Ready to go. Here's the wind and the pitch. Ball 1, too far inside. 1-1 now the count.
Caruth, to me, he's got a good curveball, but his fastball sneaky fast.
With late movement, makes it tough. And coming in. All right, here's the 1-1. Outside, ball 2. Defense for the Bobcats, Picot, Jaramillo, and Jaramillo, left to right. Colbert, Spencer, Valencia, and Woods, third to first, with Chavarria catching Caruth. Here's the 2-1. Inside, ball 3. 3-1 now to Brandt.
Right fielder for the Bobcats he's playing about where Charlie was, and we thought it was too shallow, but Charlie was played just right. So there is a big gap in right center right now.
3-1. Curveball just catches the outside of the plate for a called strike 2. Wind has shifted. It's now blowing again out to left field instead of to right. And it's blowing pretty good. So you hit one fairly hard to left field. It's liable to get out of here with that wind. That hits him. So we got a base runner here in the bottom of the second inning. Hit by pitch, and that'll bring to the plate number 16, the left fielder, Jet Whitmire. We're going to have a courtesy runner coming in. It's going to be Destin Pacheco for our catcher. Destin wears number 24 on his jersey. He's now down at first base. only our first base runner here in the ball game. We're in the bottom of the second inning.
Yeah, Jet was 0 for 2 in the game yesterday. I've got the stuff, and I just hadn't been saying it, Joby.
That's all right. You're going to start saying you just remembered you had it. I do that all the time. All right, throw over. Destin back in there pretty easy. Dove back in. They know we run. I can tell by that's our first base run. He's going to throw over again and again back in there safe. That was a little closer.
It was.
Destin dove in. He doesn't have a huge lead. Caruth to the plate. Inside, ball 1.
Yeah, the Bulldog hitters need to figure out how much that fastball's running into them and just pull the trigger just a hair sooner. Start swing a hair sooner.
On deck is Derek Warren, our DH, and in the hole, Charlie Campbell. And there's a balk. He balked. That's going to send Destin over to second base.
I was looking down.
So was I.
Well, okay.
Darn it. But he balked.
He had to have flinched.
He's not liking it. The freshman he's going to go over and ask the umpire, what did I do?
He needs to tell him what he did. I mean, it's only appropriate.
The first baseman, Trey Woods, kind of turned him around. So he didn't make it over to the ump. But maybe he hollered at him what he did. All right, so the Bulldogs have their first runner in scoring position with 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. And Jet steps back in with a 1-0 count. And the pitch. Oh, swung, and man, he fouled that straight back to the net for strike 1.
Yeah, that pitch got in on him just a hair. It's got really late life on that fastball.
Balk. He's sending him to third base. Same umpire called it. Now the freshman's going to go talk to him. He's explaining. The coach is going to come out of the dugout for the Bloomfield Bobcats. He's going to ask.
So what it is, Joby, so all of these major league pitchers and college pitchers, they start their stretch and their hands are coming together and they're bouncing and pumping, and that's okay in college and the pro ball, but not in high school is what I'm getting at. Well, I think that's what he was showing him, because I saw he was making his hands bounce. The umpire was showing him this is what you're doing.
Yeah, and the Bobcat head coach, I'm sure that's the head coach, he'd come out and got argued a little bit with that umpire, but he gave up, walked out to the mound and talked to his pitcher and his infield. The only infielder not there is the third baseman. He's standing over looking at Coach Bickle and the third base ump talking.
And it may be have something to do with his stride leg, which is he throws right-handed. That's his left leg. He can't pump that leg either.
And they do that.
I saw the third base umpire telling our coach what he was doing, because he asked him why is that a balk?
Yeah, and the head coach again talking to the plate the umpire behind the plate this time, and he did the same thing. He pumped his leg,
right.
And I've seen him do it in the pros, but you can't do it in high school baseball.
All of them do it. The Oriental pitchers, the Central American pitchers, the Dominicans, and yeah, they all have different types of gyrations.
Yeah. But in high school ball, you come set, you got to be set.
You can't do it all that stuff before you come set.
Curveball, pop fly to the right side. That will get out of play. I thought the wind might blow it back into play because it's blowing dead left, but it didn't. So foul ball strike on Whitmire.
Jet's job's to get the ball out of the infield to score that runner, be it a single, fly ball, or whatever.
Yeah, only 1 out. Infield was up, but they're playing back. The third baseman's even with the bag. First baseman's up on the grass.
Middle infielder's playing halfway. Probably something hard at them. They're coming to the plate. Something soft, they go to first base.
Give up the run. Whitmire's got a pretty good gap out in left center. Right fielder playing way in. He hits it hard. That's got a chance.
That's a home run. No, foul ball.
Foul ball. It went over the yellow pole. I thought it was a dinger.
They called it foul.
Oh. Boy, he hit that a ton. That would have been out of here without the wind. That was high and deep. And it just goes foul, according to the umpire down the third baseline. So,
I spoke too soon. I got a little excited.
well, you said that's gone, and I thought it was too, Lee. Or I don't know what you said, but something like that.
I did say it's gone.
Yeah, and it was. It was a hit a ton, and now they're going to talk about it. The home plate umpire, well, now the first base umpire is going to run over.
It's not the home plate umpire's call.
No, it's that guy down third base line. And he called it immediately.
Right.
As soon as it left the field, he raised his hands, both of them. Foul ball. I honestly thought it was right over the yellow.
It's hard to tell because the ball was up above the foul pole.
It was over it.
Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard to make that call.
Yeah.
If it's close.
Right, and it was close, but he's down there right on the third base line. I mean, he had the best view of anybody, and he called it immediately. He called it confidently, and so that's what it was. Foul ball strike, just a deep foul ball strike. 1-2. Whitmire ready to go. They're asking for it. The catcher's standing up. He's going to swing and hit it. That's going to be there. That's going to go into the corner.
That's going to be a triple.
That's going to be a home run. Whitmire's fast. He might get around the bags. Definitely a triple. It'll be a stand-up triple. 1-0 Bulldogs. Whitmire hits it over the fence on the left field side. Foul. And then he hits a line drive down the line. He just went with the pitch.
He's singed that one down there. Absolutely. Plus, when that ball hits off a right-handed bat, it's gonna kick and go right. So it ended up in the corner after a hit by pitch and 2 balks and a triple. We've got the lead.
Yep. And we'd have got the lead anyhow, even without the box, because that was a trip. But that's what happened. And now Whitmire stands at third with only 1 out. So Derek Warren, the DA, he's DHing today. We've seen him run a lot for the Bulldogs this year. See if he can put it in play. Curveball misses outside and high. Ball 1.
DHing for the pitcher, Diego Morales.
Yep. Derek, one of our juniors, 3-sport athlete. He steps back in on the right side. Caruth to the plate. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Good fastball to swing at. He just came up empty on that.
Good cut there by Derek.
He hadn't had a lot of varsity at-bats.
No, I don't remember one this year, but I didn't call every game.
Right. Nor did I.
All right, so here's the 1-1. Swing, and it's a chopper to the left side. Foul for strike 2.
As I said a while ago, with less than 2 outs, runner at third, your job to try to get the ball out of the infield somehow.
All right, Derek steps back in. Caruth from the stretch comes set and to the plate. And he held up. Good hold up there. They're going to ask for help, but he's safe. He held up, so ball 1.
That's a good job of checking his swing on that.
It was ball 2. Sorry about that. 2-2 now to Warren as he steps back in with 1 out. Whitmire down at third base. I called that in to Parker too soon. The right fielder got to it faster than I thought he might. I think it kind of bounced and come back towards him over in that corner. Whitmire's just so fast, and he hit it so hard too, you know.
Yeah, I got down there in a hurry.
Yeah. All right, setting up on the outside is Chavarria. Here's the plate. Swing, it's a chopper. That's going to score. That's going to be an RBI. Chopper.
It's going to be safe.
Safe. Infield single. Warren beats it out. Great job by Derek, and the Bulldogs now lead 2-0 with 1 out.
So there's that high hop. The ball hit out in front of home plate, and it hit in front of went really high, and then took another hop in front of the shortstop. Derek Warren's really fast.
He's faster than I gave him credit for.
Shortstop looks up, and I should have been quicker.
Yeah, Derek got down that line a lot fast. I said yesterday, and I may have said it off air, but I said he's not one of the fastest, but he got down the line.
He's got plenty of speed. Really good speed.
Yes, he does. The throw over, not in time. Derek slides back in, head first. So an RBI single, infield single for Derek Warren, and the Bulldogs now lead 2-0, 1 out. And Charlie Campbell, he's been scattering them around. Runner's off and running. He's going to go to third. He hit it right in the hole where the second baseman. Yeah, where the second baseman wasn't. And Derek will slide in head first.
Oh, he might have been out.
No,
the ball got there. He didn't put the tag on him.
No, he didn't. He dove late because the ball got there. And I don't know. I think coach was telling him get down, but whatever. Another single. Bulldogs have him on the corners, and we may see somebody running.
Perfect hit and run.
Oh, the second baseman.
Charlie Campbell.
Yeah, second baseman went to cover second. He hit it right there where he was. Derek never slowed down. He went right around to third base. So runners on the corners, 2-0 at the plate. Bub Beauregard, the second baseman for the Bulldogs. Double play depth up the middle. Third baseman up on the grass. First baseman holding Charlie on. He's going to square. Charlie's off. No. Oh, no.
Oh, goodness.
He threw behind him. Why he stopped, I have no idea, Coach.
I don't think he was going. He just got too big a secondary lead.
So a running error really there by the Bulldogs.
Definitely.
Yeah, because he gets picked off at first base by the catcher. Good job there by Chavarrias. He fires it down to his big first baseman, Woods. And he was out by a country mile. I mean, he fell down is what happened. He tried to start going back, and he stumbled.
He missed the sign because Coach came over and talked to him when he was going back to the dugout. So
Beauregard still tried to get the bunt down, so it was a strike. And there's strike 2 called outside corner. So 0-2 now to Bub with a runner at third. Beauregard looking to drive one somewhere, get that runner in. Catcher sets up on the outside. Here's the pitch. Swung on. It's a little loop. It's going to be trouble, but the second baseman goes and gets it. Yep. And that is out number 3. But the Bulldogs do some damage as they now lead 2-0. They end up getting, I fouled up on my putting it in here. I'm going to get it fixed. So in the inning, I'll come back. Bulldogs score 2 runs. It's 2-0, and we'll be back, and I'll give you what happened in that inning.
At Artesia Ford Sales, we're doing something big. It's employee pricing for everyone. That's right. You pay what we pay on a wide selection of new Ford vehicles. From the tough American-made F-150 to the versatile Explorer, you're getting unbeatable deals on vehicles built right here in the USA. We've proudly served families like yours in Artesia and the surrounding area for many years. And now we're saying thank you the best way we know how, with real savings. Hurry into Artesia Ford Sales, where family, fairness, and Ford come first. Smile Expressions in Artesia encourages you to treat your teeth to a spring cleaning. You'll have healthier teeth and gums, fresher breath, and brighter teeth. Plus, you'll be reducing risk for dental problems and improving your overall health. To schedule your dental spring cleaning, call Smile Expressions 575-746-1900 or request an appointment from our website, artesiadentist.com. Quality dental care, hometown comfort. That's Smile Expressions in Artesia.
All right, we're back, and the Bulldogs end up getting 3 hits, 2 runs. There were no errors and 1 runner left on base. After 2 full, it's 2-0 Artesia. Gavin Picott at the plate. Ball 1, a little bit low on the outside from Diego Morales. He's 0 for 1. He grounded. He hit that kind of odd-looking bouncer back to Diego to start the ball game. That pitch missed low and away. Ball 2.
Yeah, he's working behind again. We said something about it last inning.
Here's the wind in the pitch. High, ball 3. Not one of those was even close, so Diego needs to calm down a little bit. Whitmire, Galindo, Campbell left to right. Byers, Fuentes, Beauregard, and Pacheco third to first. Usherwood behind the plate. Morales pitching, and he's going to throw a strike.
Good fastball. So after scoring some runs, you want to try to get your pitcher to have a good shutdown inning on the offense.
Here's the pitch. He could not check his swing, and he may have
foul tipped
that one.
Trying to check his swing. I think even if he hadn't tipped it, it would have been a strike.
Yep. So that brings the count full. Byers hugging the line, as is Pacheco. Playing up the middle. About normal play.
Good. Oh, nice pitch. Really a quality curveball.
And he foiled it, did Picott, the leadoff batter. He's at the top of the order for the Bobcats, and he just reached out and got a piece of it on an excellent pitch. So the count remains full. Good down the middle.
Good fastball. Ran in on him. Tied him up.
Yeah, tied him up. He fouled it off. Again, fighting it off was Picott. Hit a grounder over there toward the dugout on the third base side where the Bulldogs subs are. All right, so the count remains full. Usherwood sets up on the outer third. Good curveball, but too high. A walk. So Picott will trot down to first, and that'll bring number 5, Troy Jaramillo. He hit that grounder over on the right side for the first single of the ball game. He's 1 for 1.
will be the right fielder, number 5.
He plays out in right field. On deck is the catcher, Manuel Chavarria, and in the hole, the first baseman and cleanup batter, Trey Woods. Not a huge lead over at first. Morales comes set. He'll peek. Now to the plate. That's going to be another one right into right field. The same thing he did last time, and it bounces. Luckily, he slid into second base, so bounced off Campbell, but didn't go on by him. So the runner slid into second base. He probably could have been at third, but luckily he slid.
So Charlie, instead of just playing the ball in front of him, he tried to backhand it and kind of got caught in between hops on that, Joby. Luckily, the ball didn't roll to the fence.
Yeah, kind
or
of
get by him and go further than it did.
It kind of popped up and just fell right under his feet. Chavarria is going to square around like he's going to bunt. Now he'll step back up. Usherwood on the outer third. Here's the pitch. It was too far out. Ball 1.
They did play small ball against Albuquerque Academy in the quarterfinals game that they won.
Pacheco not holding on over first. He's up on the grass looking to come to the plate. If he does bunt it down that way, Jack playing even. They're going to hit it pretty hard out to left center. Galindo back. Now he'll camp out under it. He'll throw it in, and we're going to let it go to Jack.
Pretty close, good throw, pretty close play. Runner at first stayed there, Joby. Luckily, he didn't tag up. Sometimes you can gamble and tag up at first, too, to try to get to third. Or second, I mean.
Well, when the cutoff guy didn't catch it, if he'd have been off a little further, he could have went, but he was just standing on the base.
Right.
So he doesn't go. So 1 out now. Runners on the corners. And at the plate, the lefty, Trey Woods, the big first baseman. He's their cleanup batter. Jack playing up on the grass. Now we're holding him on over at first. Paramillo took a couple steps back towards first. Here's the pitch.
Good pitch.
Down and in, he fouled it off.
He buried that curveball in on his back foot.
Strike 1. He did get a piece of, fouled it over to the right side on the ground, but an excellent pitch. All right, so the lefty Trey Woods, he's 0 for 1. He flew out his first time through. And 3 looks over his shoulder now to the plate. That's a ground ball.
Gonna be a double play ball.
Got him. He's out.
Got him.
6, 4, 3, double play, and the Artesia fans on their feet. All right, so they get a hit, but no runs. 1 runner left on base, and the score remains 2-0. Artesia with the lead as we go into the bottom of the third with that 2-0 lead. We'll be right back.
Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward and Son Insurance Agency. Auto and home, life and health, personal and commercial. Bonds too, since 1925. We have the coverage for you. Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward and Son Insurance Agency.
Check out the Markdown Madness savings this week at Finn's Country Market in Artesia. 30-count variety packs of Capri Sun are $7.98 each, and boxes of Kraft Original Mac and Cheese are 5 for $5. In produce, Farm Fresh Super Select Cucumbers are 3 for $1, and 5-count bags of House Avocados are $2.99 each. In the meat department, family packs of boneless beef top sirloin steaks are $6.99 a pound, and family packs of bone-in sirloin cut pork chops are $1.49 a pound. These are just some of the Markdown Madness savings this week at Finn's Country Market in Artesia.
All right, we just saw a great 6-4-3 Lee from the Bulldogs middle infield as Fuentes, the ground ball took him towards second, but he just underhanded. Bub was right there. He turned and whipped it over to first just in time.
Yeah, Jet had the last hop to Jet was a waist-high hop, and he perfect feed just above the belly button of Bub Beauregard. He wound up and fired it over there. The guy's just as out by 1 inch as he is by 3 feet.
That's
so
exactly right. Goes
matter.
down as a double play. All right, leading off here and getting hit is Frankie Galindo, and it went off and hit the catcher too, and he's rolling around on the ground. I think they got him in the groin area.
Yeah, let's hope he has his protective gear on.
The only reason I say that because he put his hand down there real quick, and then he put it up above his head.
Yeah.
He's laying on his back, and he's hurting. He's kind of rolling around in pain. Hopefully he's okay. So that's a weird thing because the batter got hit square. It looked like he got him like in the back, but it must have been in the ribs.
It just ricocheted off of him, off of Frankie.
Yeah. So the leadoff hit by pitch puts a runner down there at first base in the form of one of the fast dudes, Frankie Galindo. We got a lot of speed, and they really put pressure on defenses when we got runners on the base path. We'll see once they get their once they get their catcher up, we'll see if he's off and running.
I'm going to say he's going to be off and running in the next 3 pitches, but I'm going to say their pitcher's going to throw over there early.
Yeah.
So we'll see. That's what he's been doing.
Yeah, and the last time we had somebody on, which was in the last inning, he ended up getting 2 balks in a row.
All right.
With the runner on the base path, but he's still laying on his back. Is Chavarria, so I'm hoping he's okay. He's got some coaches out there talking to him. So now they're going to help him up. And unlike football or basketball, you can stay in the game. I mean, those sports, you go down, you got to come out for one play.
Right.
But hopefully he's okay and can stay in the game. He's been doing a fine job behind the plate for the Bobcats, has Manuel Chavarria.
Yeah, even with the protective gear on, that hurts.
Yeah, I'm not sure where it hit him, but as you said, when the umpire got hit earlier, he got a lot of gear on, but sometimes it finds where there's no gear.
Right.
He's kind of walking it off toward the the first base line. He's got a coach walking with him, holding his helmet and his glove. So Galindo down at first base. Coming to the plate will be the shortstop, number 2, Jet Fuentes. He flew out his first time. He's 0 for 1. And then on deck, Jack Byers, the third baseman. In the hole, our number 4 hitter. So we're right in the meat of the order. 2, 3, 4 here to the plate after the number 1 batter gets on with the first pitch, hit him in the back or in the ribs.
Got to be tough if you're a catcher, Joby. Manuel Chavarria, I mean, they get beat up.
Yeah.
It's just expected.
And he's back in there, and the pitcher steps off. So Caruth, now he's back ready to go. Galindo getting his lead. He stretched it out a little bit, and he's going to dive back in safely. I said they didn't have a cutout yesterday, or maybe I said it on Thursday, but they kind of do. It's not as deep as what we're used to seeing.
Right.
Probably the same. He's off and going. Squared to bunt, called strike 1. He's in there safely, goes to center field, but he'll stay there. Good backup by the center fielder.
Yeah, Frankie had a great jump on that pitch. Really a good jump. Pitch was a fastball. Good pitch to handle for the catcher, but Frankie just too fast.
Jet stayed out there and tried to get the bunt down, but strike 1. Now he's got a runner in scoring position. Galindo down at second. His second baseman basically standing on the bag, slapping his glove. So big hole over to the right side. It's going to be a slow roller.
Good read by Frankie at
Jet's
second.
going to hustle. They're going to get him. Good job there by Spencer. Yeah, normally you say don't go on that one, but he had plenty of space because it was a slow bouncer.
He read the pace of the ball, the way it was bouncing.
Yes.
So, and it was taking the shortstop to second base just a little bit. So really good base running read by Frankie Galindo. Good job by Jet, just advancing him somehow, get him in scoring position.
So Jack Byers steps in. He struck out looking his first time. That wind is blowing out to left. We got a big swinger at the plate in Byers.
He's just trying to get the ball out of the infield via fly ball, single.
Get that run across.
Exactly, or a ground ball through the infield.
Outside and high, ball 1 from Caruth to Byers. On deck is Pacheco in the hole, Usherwood.
Caruth's been in some high leverage, high stress stuff already, especially in the last inning, and now.
Curveball called, strike 1.
Good pitch, right down on the knees.
So 1-1 to Jack. Picot, Jaramillo, and Jaramillo left to right. Colbert, Spencer, Valencia, Woods, third to first. The catcher, Chavarria. Here's the pitch. He hit that a ton. It was going to be... Did he
Great
catch it?
catch, yes.
He caught it left field. He hit a line drive, but scoring easily on the what ends up being a sacrifice fly. Boy, I thought that ball was going to dive too much. Good play out there.
By Gavin Picot.
By Gavin Picot.
Really a good play. He had to dive, backhand it.
And I thought maybe they were going to call a trap. It was hard to tell from where we're at, but
right.
They called him out immediately.
I don't know what the exit velocity was on that, but he squared it up.
Yeah.
Probably hit it, hit it too hard to him.
All right, so 2 down now. 1 run is scored. And coming in to a hit here is our catcher and number 4 batter. High, ball 1 to Dalen. Bulldogs now lead 3-0, and the catcher Chavarria is going to go out and talk to his pitcher Caruth. That'll bring Coach Bickle down to talk to Pacheco. So 2 down. Dalen 0 for 1. He struck out looking his first time through. He led off the second inning as we went down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first. He'll step back in with a 1-0 count. Ball 1 on that high pitch. Here's the pitch. It's a well. That's going to be a base hit, and that might be extra. Well,
nope.
It slowed down. The right fielder playing shallow enough, and he was able to cut it off. But Dalen sprays it over to right center, and he got a 2-out single.
Yeah, good job by Dalen. He lets the ball travel, and he's got a good inside-out swing on the ball, staying inside the baseball. So he's, I don't know if he's thinking middle away, but that's where he's hitting the ball all year long.
Yeah, you've talked about that a lot, Lee, where he lets the ball travel into him, and he can drive it to right field. And boy, he just hit a rope out there, and good job by the right fielder Troy Hadamijo, because he got to it and cut it off. Here's the pitch. Swoo, foul tip straight back. Boy, Usherwood just missed that one.
That was a belt high curveball that he came uncorked on that.
I know. If he had hit that one, it would have been out in the desert over there in left field.
His eyes, I bet, were so big on that.
Saucers.
Wow.
0-1 the count, 2 down. Pacheco over at first base. Caruth comes set to the plate. Curveball high and too far inside, ball 1. Whitmire on deck and Warren in the hole. 3-0 Bulldogs. We're in the bottom of the third, 2 down. As Usherwood steps back in, 1-1 the count. Dalen gets a lead. Here's the pitch. Woo, another big cut. Good pitch.
Good fastball. Got in on him.
All right, so strike 2. 1-2 now to Usherwood. That wind just howling out the left field. You can hear it in our microphones.
He had I'll say it after this.
Here's the 1-2 curveball. It got him. Strike 3 call. Caught the inside corner. Strikeout looking is out number 3. But again, the Bulldogs get a hit. They get a run. They get no errors on the defense and leave 1 runner on base as we go to the top of the 4th. 3-0 Artesia. Blake Spencer, Abel Caruth, and Johnny Yates. The top 3 batters coming to the plate.
Family owned and operated for 4 generations, Forest Tire is here to service all your tire needs day and night. With your busy travel schedule, what you need is a tire that can keep up. Like the exceptionally long-lasting Michelin Defender tire with an 80,000-mile warranty and the safety you expect. You can lose track of time and focus on what really matters. For all your tire needs, brakes and alignments too, Forest Tire Company is a friend you can always count on. Forest Tire, keeping you rolling since 1944.
It's a great.
It's Kubota Orange Days. Shop the year's biggest selection of Kubota equipment and get 0% APR for 84 months and up to $2,500 off select Kubota tractors.
Visit your local Kubota dealer, Amigo Machinery at 2801 Southeast Main Street in Roswell.
2 compact Kubota tractor. Now through 6/30/2025. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for more information. Visit Amigo Machinery in Roswell or see us online at amigo-machinery.com.
All right, we're going into the top of the 4th inning here in the state championship game in Class 4A. Our Artesia Bulldogs, the number 1 seed, taking on the number 6 seed Bloomfield Bobcats. And right now, Artesia leading 3-0 if you're just now joining us. Thanks for tuning in. We're on the radio, AM 990 and FM 93.7. We're on KSVPTV.com. We're on Facebook and YouTube. Everywhere you can possibly find us, we're there. Audio only, as you know, if you're listening. Diego Morales ready to go. Blake Spencer at the plate. First pitch just misses low, ball one.
That stayed down, that curve ball. He's been working most hitters off with the first pitch curve ball.
It's a shortstop at the plate. He walked his first time through. He's 0 for 0, and he's going to hit it up the middle pretty good. Diving for it was Fuentes, but that'll be a leadoff single as Galindo goes down to one knee, fields that cleanly, and throws it back in.
Good piece of hitting.
So Spencer now down at first base. At the plate will be the pitcher, freshman, number 6, Cable Caruth. He's 0 for 1. He flew out in the infield to Jack Byers his first time through. So he'll step in to face Morales for the second time. Bulldog defense playing pretty much straight away and pretty shallow left and right.
Good curveball.
Check swing foul. Tried to stop the swing, but got a piece of it over toward the on-deck circle for strike one. Whitmire, Galindo, and Campbell are outfielders left to right. Byers, Fuentes, Beauregard, and Pacheco third to first with Usherwood catching Morales. There's your Bulldog defense.
There might be something on right now. The coach was barking out some numbers for...
Well, we got him kind of... He just didn't have a very big lead.
No, he doesn't have a big lead at first.
Throw over by Morales. Wasn't in time, but he was started to go to second, but he was so close to first that he was able to get back pretty easy. Still not a big lead over there. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul ball left side. Coach will knock it down over there in the coaching box. Strike number 2.
Good curveball by Diego down in the strike zone. He couldn't do anything but get on top of it and foul it off.
0-2 the count. Morales took a look over. Now he's ready to go. Here's the pitch. Ooh, inside. Just missed him. High and tight. Ball one.
It's a really good pitch because they see that curveball and want to lean out there, Joby. That pitch is going to make him straighten back up just a little bit.
Usherwood sets up on the outer third. Here's the pitch. There was that curveball. That's going to be a gapper. Now let's see if Frankie can get to it. He cannot. He catches it with one hand, throws it in. Are they going to send him there or not? They're going to hold him at third. Good job by Frankie Galindo getting there. He kind of dangerous. He reached out with his throwing hand and caught the ball off the bounce as he was running towards the fence. Turns and throws it in.
Yeah, if that ball gets to the fence, it's a run scored, and maybe a triple.
But instead, he holds the runner up, so it's a double. And they now have runners at second and third with nobody out. And we're going to have something here. I guess we had a runner come in. It was number 11. Coming in for the pitcher, Caruth. At the plate is number 42, Johnny Yates. He's the DH. He flew out to Galindo in the his first at bat, so he's 0 for 1. I just can't.
Will be the designated hitter, number 42, Johnny Yates.
Oh, I thought he was going to tell us who the runner was coming in. I can't read his number. We do have a courtesy runner for the pitcher. Runners at second and third. First pitch, ground ball left side, foul ball.
Good curveball to start him off with, as he's been doing.
Yates will step back in. Diego from the windup with runners at second and third. Jack playing up on the grass. Here's the pitch. And
Good pitch.
He got him. Check swing strike. So Pacheco and Jack both playing up on the grass. Jet Fuentes, the only one that's not, over on the right side. Beauregard playing up as well. Here's the pitch. Ball one outside.
That was well off the plate. Couldn't get him to commit to it. He needs a strikeout right here.
Boy, does he. Nobody out, runners at second and third. Curveball hit high in the air. And going back. That's going to bounce. That's going to be off the fence. One run will score.
Got to play at the plate maybe. Nope.
He didn't throw it.
Well, he got there too late to him.
That wind helped him then. I didn't think it was as deep as it was. Got over the head of our left fielder, Whitmire. We've been playing shallowly, and that ball just carried.
So Jet didn't see the ball off the bat. He didn't find the ball till a little bit late. That's why he was late getting to the ball.
All right, so the stand-up double for number 42, the DH, Johnny Yates. He got 2 RBIs, and it's now 3-2. They're only down by 1. Still nobody out here in the top of the 4th, and the runner in scoring position is the tying run, if they can get him across. Mikael Colbert, the third baseman at the plate, he is 0 for 1. Hit a line drive out to Charlie and right his first time through. First pitch bounces up there, ball 1.
Curveball again, so on the previous pitch to Johnny Yates, he hung that curveball.
All right, he looked back at second, now to the plate. Swing, and that's a foul ball off of him, it looked like, for strike 1.
That just stayed right there. I was waiting. I couldn't see the ball.
Yeah.
I was waiting for it to come out somewhere, but it right in between his feet.
Yep. All right, so Diego taking a look in. Usherwood giving him the signs. Pretty good lead back there at second for the big man. Here's the pitch. Running in. There's a base hit up the middle. Galindo will pick it up and get it in. That won't score the run. But runners on the corners, and still nobody out.
That's 4 base hits in a row.
We're going to see Coach Doolittle come out here, I think. And Coach Caton coming out, Doc Caton. So he's going to talk to his pitcher, make sure he's okay. They must have seen something. I didn't see him shaking anything, but when our trainer comes out, you know they're going to. Oh, he's showing him like his elbow. It looked like he pointed at.
But that's not good. That's not a good sign when the pitcher's pointing at his throwing elbow.
Yeah, he kind of held his hand out. Did you see him?
Yes.
Yeah. So may see a pitching change right here. I don't know. I don't see. Nobody was warming up. So Diego's going to stay in, it appears. We'll see if they get anybody up, or maybe if there is a relief, he may be on the field right now, so can't go warm up. Runners on the corners. The Bobcats got the momentum in their favor right now, as there's still nobody out.
Colbert did a really good job of keeping his hands inside the baseball, Joby, because the pitch was inside, and he just punched it up the middle.
Usherwood sets up on the outer third. He struck out swinging, did Jaramillo his first time. There's a call, strike 1.
Nice curveball again for a strike. Good job of Diego getting ahead. We're back in the middle with the middle infielders, Joby, looking for a double play ball.
Couple of looks over, not a big lead over at first. There's a swing and a miss, strike 2.
Doubled up on the curveball.
Nobody out. We need that double play, but we don't want the runner to score either. We'll see how the Bulldogs defend this. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1.
Pretty well off the plate. Couldn't get him to chase on that curveball.
The best thing would be strike out, double play. Keep that runner at third. Here's the pitch. Curveball got him.
Nice pitch.
Strikeout, throw down, not in time to first. So strikeout swinging is out number 1. Now you'd love to see Gavin Picott hit into a double play. He's 0 for 1. He grounded out back to the pitcher in the top of the first, the leadoff batter, and then he walked his last at bat.
Yeah, he's fast, so it's going to have to be a hard hit ball.
Morales takes a peek to first. Now the pitch outside. Good job there by Usherwood stabbing that ball. He backhanded it. Kept it right there.
He's almost starting him off with 100% curveballs on the first pitch.
All right, it's 3-2, 1 out. Runners on the corners for the Bobcats. Leadoff batter at the plate. Here's the pitch.
Good
right down the middle.
fastball.
Strike 1 called.
You know, if he could start locating his fastball, I think it'll be effective, because they've seen lots of curveballs.
Another peek over to first. Now to the plate. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
There's nothing wrong with his elbow.
No, I don't know what he. I thought he kind of held his arm out.
Right. Or the coaches saw something. I don't know, like a funny move. I don't know.
1-2. Here's the pitch. Outside. Ball 2. 2-2 now the count. That runner over first base, he's only getting about a 2-step lead. He's not trying to get off the bat.
Yeah, they don't take huge leads.
He gets a little bigger one here, but still not a big lead. As Diego looks over at him, now he peeks from the set to the plate. Again outside for full count. Troy Jaramillo, the number 2 batter in the hole, or on deck. He's 2 for 2.
Yeah.
Want to get the double play right here. Manuel Chavez, he's hit it over to the right side both times he's been at the plate. Here's the pitch. Good pitch.
Good fastball. Ran in on him. Very effective pitch. Tied him up, Joby, inside.
Strikeout and out number 2. But again, I think right here, if they've been charting him, yeah, we're seeing Bob move way over and a little deeper. He's going to get in the hole over there.
Yep.
That's where he's hit it both times. So it's good to see, and good coaching to say, hey, this is where we need to play. Or maybe Bob just remembered. In any case, he's playing deep and in the hole over there. That's where this young man has hit it both times. He's 2 for 2. There's the pitch. That's where he hits it again, and it's going to be a base hit.
That's found the gap.
Campbell gets to it. He'll throw it into Bub. That'll be a stand-up double. And that tied the ball game up.
It did. 3 for 3 on the day for that.
Troy Jaramillo.
Troy, really good job of hitting inside out on that curveball.
And I'm telling you what, I think he's hit the first pitch all 3 times. And he's hit it the exact same place over there to right center field. Great piece of hitting. So the double puts runners at second and third with 2 outs, and to the plate comes the catcher, Manuel Chavarria. He's 1 for 2. He singled on the left side in the 6 hole his first time, flew out to Whitmire his second time. That's a chopper. Myers will come up, catch it on the first hop, bullet to first, and he's out. That'll end the threat, but it's tied up. They scored 3 in the top of the 4th inning, and you know, it's a new ball game. It's all tied up, just 0-0 again. 3-3 actually the score. So they got, let's see here, they got 5 hits in that inning, 4 in a row. 3 runs scored, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. It's 3-3, bottom of the 4th coming up.
Now's the time to hop into our planters' yards and gardens. Sun Country Homes and Gardens in Artesia is ready to help. Take a walk through the greenhouse and take your pick from a colorful selection ready to plant. It's warm enough for the Bermuda grass to wake up. Sun Country has the seed and fertilizer you need, whatever grass you have. Potting mix, compost, and lots of roses. Drive on down to Sun Country Homes and Gardens, just south of Artesia on 285. Sun Country, yes, we're open. Hey CVE members, have you scheduled your no-cost home energy audit? If not, it's time to sign up. Call 575-746-3571 to get your name on the list for a free home energy audit. Weather stripping, new door sweeps, minor repairs, and much more. Start saving money and keep that purchased air in your home. Central Valley Electric Cooperative is happy to partner with Green Metal Energy for this valuable audit. Again, 575-746-3571.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
42. All right, we're back here. We're in the middle of the 4th inning. Boy, the Bobcats did some damage there in the top half. They tie it up off of 5 hits. And it's 3-3, so a new ball game here. Bulldogs get their half of the 4th. Coming to the plate will be Jet Whitmire, followed by Derek Warren, and then Charlie Campbell. Jet has a triple. He's 1 for 1. He hit a ton to left field and just foul. It was over the top of the yellows, the tall. I mean, that thing was 50 feet high. I don't know. It was high, but just foul. And then the next pitch, he roped it down the right field line and got a triple. So he showed he can go with the pitch because he turned on a pitch just being fouled by a little bit.
He did. The Bobcats have a little more hop in their step after that inning, Joby. Hopefully the Bulldogs can answer.
All right, so Whitmire will try to do just that. Get on here with the lead off something. Here's the wind in the pitch from Caruth. Swung on, and there it is. Rip into left center field. That'll be a base hit. So first pitch, lead off single.
Did a great job. Curveball stayed up a little bit on the inner third. He laced that to left field.
That'll bring Derek Warren to the plate. He got an infield single. His first at bat, he's 1 for 1.
I'm saying we're going to see something put on by Coach Bickle right here. a few things he can do. Hit and run, straight still, play a little small ball, bunt and run maybe.
There was definitely a hit and run the first time Derek came to the plate. Snap throw over, not in time. He's safe. On deck is Campbell, and in the hole Beauregard for the Bulldogs. As they look to answer, it's 3-3. He is going to square the bunt. Whitmire's going to be safe.
It'll be close.
Oh, they say they got him. I thought it both hands hit the man. It was close, and it's called out.
So it was a bang-bang. The tag, the shortstop, or the second baseman was covering on that. And the tag was just above the rear end of Jet, maybe on the rear end as he slid head first, and the umpire thought he got him.
Ball one as Derek had pulled back his bat. All right, here's the wind and the pitch. Outside, ball two. Yeah, it's a momentum killer, or it can be, as you start off with that great leadoff single, but then get caught stealing. And I thought both hands were clear across, but umpire's right there. Chopper to the left side, foul for Derek.
Good fastball by Caruth.
Strike one. One out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. We're all tied up, 3-3. Championship baseball action. Caruth comes back to work. Here's the pitch. That was just low. Ball one.
I don't know where that one missed. That looked like a good pitch.
Well, it was. He just, the catcher did a fantastic job framing it. I think the umpire said it was too low. That's the only thing, like you, I don't know where it missed except for low. 3-1. That's going to be called strike two, and Derek was going to first. He thought it was outside. So full count now to Warren. He'll step back in. He's DHing for the Bulldogs today, batting in place of the pitcher, Diego Morales. Cable Caruth, the freshman.
They're throwing in on him right here, Joby.
He's going to fight it to the right side. Second baseman will field it on the hop and throw to first just in time.
Boy, bang, bang.
Yeah, Derek got down that line quick again. But he is out. 4-3 the put out, and that is out number two. So that'll bring Charlie Campbell to the plate. He's 1 for 1. He singled over to the right side his first time through.
Good job by Derek fighting that inside pitch off. He inside outed it, but just right to the second baseman. That was a good pitch by Caruth, the pitcher.
Campbell steps in. He hit it into the hole right where the that's inside, ball one, where the second baseman had just vacated because we were stealing.
Great hit and run.
That was Warren stealing that time, and Charlie hits it right where he had left for the single. All right, here's the wind in the 1-0. Low, ball two. On deck is Bub Beauregard, and in the hole, Frankie Galindo, the top of the order.
The Bulldogs have had 2 out rallies before. That's what they're trying to get going here again.
Yeah, it seems like they've had a lot of them this year.
All right.
That pitch is going to be on the outside corner, called strike one.
Caruth still has good stuff. Good life on his fastball. Good curveball still.
That was his 61st pitch. He's thrown 21 balls and 40 strikes. That was in. Oh, called it a strike. Run in on him, which we've seen that happen a lot today. 2-2 now to Campbell.
Yeah, that ended up off the plate, so he got a generous call on that pitch, Joby.
Yeah, I thought it was too far inside, and I thought it was a little low, but all right, here's the 2-2. Curveball called, strike three. So the strikeout looking. Bulldogs go down in order, 1, 2, 3. No hits, no runs, no errors, and nobody left on bases. We go to the top of the 5th inning. 3-3 is our score. We'll be right back.
RE/MAX Axiom, located in the heart of downtown Artesia at 402 West Main, Suite D and E, is staffed with certified full-service professional brokers. Whether you're buying or selling a home, the professionals at RE/MAX Axiom will lead you through every step of the
School Bulldog Sports is made possible thanks to Buckhorn Production, LLC. Founded in 2021, Buckhorn Production, LLC operates over 200 wells in the Permian Basin. Like the Artesia Bulldogs, Buckhorn Production, LLC strives for excellence in all of our operations. We encourage all of our employees to be great members of our community and encourage you to join them in supporting all of our athletes, students, teachers, and administrators. Buckhorn Production, LLC, proud to support the Artesia Bulldogs.
Well, Bulldog fans, if you're just tuning in here, it's a tight one, 3-3. The Bulldogs scored 2 in the bottom of the second, 1 in the bottom of the third, and we're leading 3-0 going into the top of the fourth. And Bloomfield responded. They got 5 hits in the top of the fourth inning and 3 runs to tie it up. So now as we go into the top of the fifth, it's all knotted up at 3. And coming to the plate is their big first baseman, number 20, Trey Woods. He is their cleanup batter, bats from the left. He's a lefty. He's 0 for 2. He flew out in the infield and grounded out in the infield. First pitch called, strike 1.
Good pitch by Diego. So the momentum has definitely shifted to the Bloomfield Bobcats right now, Joby. So hopefully Diego can
same pitch,
have a good inning.
Strike 2. Outside corner, and Woods has got his back foot up there on the line. Now he's over the line. Now he stepped back.
He got pretty close. He's really close to the plate.
And Diego steps off. So he kind of held his hands out like, what are you calling? So he's looking into his catcher. All right, he sets up on that outer third. There it is, swinging, and a foul ball. It's going to get out of play on the left side for a foul ball strike.
Good job of fouling that curveball off. Probably caught a little too much at the plate, if what I think, but being ahead 0-2.
Swung on, that's it well to left field, going and going and going is Whitmire. He's on his horse and he tracks it down. Out, number 1.
Nice running catch by Jet, using that speed to his advantage.
He had to run a long ways. He was kind of pinched a little bit towards center, although the center fielder, Galindo, was towards him, so they kind of had the gap cut down there on that lefty. But he's able, again, as you pointed out, he's got the speed of a Jet. He chased that thing and got to it pretty easy, really. At the plate, Blake Spencer, he's walked and singled. He'll look at ball 1 a little high and outside, so 1-0 now to Spencer. He's the shortstop. On deck is the pitcher, Caruth, and in the hole, the DH, Yates. Here's the wind and the pitch. Bounces it up there. Or I don't know if that bounce might have fooled me.
Just low.
Just barely low. Ball 2. Boy, and Usherwood turned around and said, where did that miss?
He might want to live inside if he's giving that inside pitch off the plate.
Morales, here's the pitch. Swung on, pop fly, but that'll get out of play over to the right side for foul ball, strike 1.
Good fastball by Diego, attacking the zone.
So the only game going on out here is it's the 4A state championship. 2A, 3A were before us. Curveball just high for ball 3. Boy, probably if that had been lower, it was inside, but I mean it was on that inside half. But instead a little high. 3-1. Pop fly coming back to us. So a foul ball for strike 2. Full count now. There's 1 out. We're in the top of the 5th inning. 3-3 is the score. So a full count as Spencer steps back in on the right side, and Diego takes a look into his catcher, Usherwood, and then right as he started to go to his windup, I gave him that timeout. Diego had already started going, but he gave it to him, did the home plate umpire.
Yeah, he did.
I've seen a lot of times where they don't.
Right.
3-2, right down the middle.
He wasn't looking fastball, but he got one.
Strikeout looking is out. And number 2.
Well, Diego did a good job staying on top of that fastball. Outer third, knee high.
It was a good pitch. He still got the pop. There was no give there on his fastball. So that'll bring the pitcher, Cable Caruth. He's 1 for 2. He's flown out and doubled. Pitch down and just down. It was a little bit inside, ball 1. He hit that line drive that just kept going out there, left center. Whitmire was playing up, and he just couldn't chase it down. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Good fastball by Diego. He's got good late run with his fastball.
That just off the plate on the outside for ball 2. So the count now 2-1 to Caruth. On deck is Yates, the DH, and in the hole Colbert, the third baseman. The pitch swung on. That's a pop fly to the right side. Dalen gives good chase, but can't quite get there. It's over there in no man's land for a foul ball.
Dalen couldn't quite catch up to that ball. Hit it right off the end of the bat.
Yeah, and it wasn't popped as high. If it had been up higher, he was going. He could have got there, but it was just kind of a little looper. It wasn't real high, so he couldn't get to it. 2-2, 2 outs. Here's the pitch, curveball, pop fly to the right side again. Going back and getting called off. Campbell.
Good play by Charlie. Good, nice play by Charlie Campbell.
Right.
Taking charge right there.
Yes, he did, and good job by Bub to listen, get out of the way.
Good inning by Diego, stopping that big that momentum for the Bobcats.
No hits, no runs, no errors, and nobody left on base. Bottom of the 5th, coming up. We're at the bottom of the order. Bub Beauregard will lead it off. Frankie Galindo on deck. Jet Fuentes in the hole. 3-3 is our score.
Did you know that God values relationships? At Faith Baptist Church, we exist to begin, build, and broaden a relationship with God and with others. We want a relationship with God through faith in His Son, Jesus Christ, as our Savior. And we also want a relationship with others in a healthy biblical community. Come join us as we... Did you know that God values relationships? At Faith Baptist Church, we exist to begin, build, and broaden a relationship with God and with others. We want a relationship with God through faith in His Son, Jesus Christ, as our Savior. And we also want a relationship with others in a healthy biblical community. Come join us as we strive together to go from where we are to where God wants us to be. 10:30 on Sunday mornings and 6:15 on Wednesday evenings.
Every day. Visit Tate Branch Auto Group today, either in person or online, because when it comes to supporting the Bulldogs, we're all in. Tate Branch Auto Group, revving up the Bulldog pride. Go Bulldogs!
Welcome back here to KFCP Radio at KFCPTV.com. Bub Beauregard at the plate here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Score tied 3-3. Bub is 0-1. He flew out over to the right side. Second baseman caught it. Here's the pitch. Squared to bunt. That pitch was inside, but he went ahead and stayed and fouled it off. So.
Yeah, he just bunted at a ball.
Yeah, ball 1 would have been, but foul ball.
Got to try to be able to take those and make that pitcher throw more pitches.
All right, Bub sets back in. 0-1 to count. Caruth with the wind and the pitch. That's a ground ball right to him. He catches it on the first bounce. He'll jog towards first and toss the underhand for out number 1. 1-3 the put out. So we're back to the top of the order. Frankie Galindo, he's 0 for 1. He grounded out to the shortstop, and he was hit by a pitch. Frankie will try to get something going here. And his third at bat. Defense playing pretty straight away. Right fielder a little more shallow than center and left. Here's the pitch. Down and away, ball 1.
How many pitches has Caruth thrown?
Caruth has now thrown 66 after that pitch. He's about 22, 23 pitches in front of our pitcher, Morales. Morales has thrown 89.
Yeah.
Wind and the 1-0. Called strike 1.
Good curveball.
Caught the outside corner.
There is action in the Bulldog bullpen. I can't see.
It looks like Charlie Campbell.
Okay.
See just his shoulders up, but I think it's Charlie. Here's the pitch. Just a little high. Ball 2. I heard some fans from Bloomfield say, come on. I mean, that was pretty close, but just a little high, according to the umpire. 2-1 now the count. Catcher sets up on the outer third, and here's a pitch. He hits that pretty well.
He's
blowing that way.
Get out of here.
That's a double
ground
rule double for Frankie Galindo. Yeah, I thought it might go. And you know what? I didn't look at the flags. They were actually blowing across the right field. That's probably the only reason I didn't get out of here.
Yeah,
It's been shifting.
He hit that a ton. we don't know the distance in left and right center because there's not a number. I'm saying it's 330 down the lines, 390 to dead center. So I'm saying that's where that ball landed is probably 375, 380 in the alley right there.
And if the wind had been blowing like it is right now, it just shifted back to left field. But Frankie gets that ground rule double. He's at second in scoring position with 1 out. Jet Fuentes at the plate. He's flown out to Damian Jaramillo in center, and he grounded out to Spencer his second time. Here's the pitch. Swung on. That's a base hit. Frankie stops. He's still going to send him. He's going to have to hurry. He's there. He's too fast. Jet goes in on the throw.
Good job by Jet taking second base on the throw to home.
Absolutely. Boy, he kind of stopped for a minute. He wanted to make sure it didn't get caught.
Well, yeah, I'm going to say it wasn't his best read on that line drive.
Yeah.
But better to be safe than sorry.
All right, so Jet moves over on the throw. So now he's in scoring position as the Bulldogs retake the lead. 4-3 here in the bottom of the fifth with 1 out. And at the plate, Jack Byers, the third baseman. He's 0 for 1. He struck out looking his first time and then got a sacrifice line drive, a great catch by the left fielder, or it would have been a double for him. So he's 0 for 1. He steps in. He's got Jet, who has Jets, out at second. And the pitcher, I don't think he ever got his foot on the rubber. He just took a step off. Jack steps back in. Caruth comes set. And the pitch.
Good
curveball. Boy, it was. Strike 1 called. And now he's calling for his catcher to come out and talk to him.
Yeah, they're going to change their signs.
Oh, with Jet down there at second.
Sometimes if runners aren't subtle enough, if they're trying to relay a pitch, if they hadn't changed their signs, the catcher to the pitcher. I mean, you got to be subtle when you're trying to relay that to the hitter. Oh, good pitch to hit.
Ooh, I thought he was going to cream it, Lee, and he just fouled it back to the net.
Just above the belt. Just really good pitch to hit. Just missed it.
0-2 now, so Jack will need to be not so particular. If it's close, he needs to foul it off or hit it. Caruth, a long look in as they're going through their signs.
Center fielder playing extremely deep right now.
That's a strike 3. I don't know. That was just a fastball, and he didn't. Man, that's a good pitch. Just down the middle.
I don't know why he just couldn't pull the trigger on that, Joby. Locked him up somehow.
You know, it had that late movement lead, but it was in the middle of the plate.
Yeah.
It wasn't that one that was in on you. All right, so that brings Dalen. Now, Dalen's been scattering the ball all week. He's 1 for 2 here, struck out looking, and then hit a single out to right field. Jet will be off and going unless it's on the left side. First pitch, ball 1, down on the right, or on the left-hander, outside pitch, and a good job by Chavarria. He buried that ball, kept Jet down at second. So 2 outs.
Inside.
Caruth, a long look back at second. Here's the pitch. Swung on.
That might get through.
Get through. Jet stopped and went back.
Doing? Oh, my goodness, he got a bad read.
Yep.
He forgot how many outs there were. He went, so Jet Fuentes on second. He's off on the hit, but he didn't realize there were 2 outs or he would have scored.
So he ends up at third base, and that ground ball up the middle. The shortstop dove, couldn't get there. All right, so bases on the corner, runners on the corners, and Brant Usherwood coming to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He got hit by a pitch his first time, struck out looking his second time. 2 down, runners on the corners. Pacheco over at first, Fuentes at third, I'm sorry. Brant will step in after taking a big cut, practice swing.
Runs were going to be at a premium. Boy, we sure needed to get that guy in. Or Jet,
Yeah.
That guy.
And what do we got here? Time called at the plate by Usherwood.
Brant's going to have to deliver another 2-out hit in order to score Jet Fuentes, as he did yesterday, Joby.
Yeah, he got that 2-run single in the bottom of the 6th, and that was the deciding runs of the ball game as we defeated Goddard 2-0. Here's the pitch. Ooh, he had a good pitch to hit. He come uncorked and just swung through it, strike 1.
speed.
I was thinking of Hope Christian, but he did when he hit that 2-out triple.
Yeah, it was against Goddard.
That was Thursday.
Yeah.
Wasn't
No, it was yesterday.
It was?
Yeah, we won 2-0 on that hit.
Okay.
He hit it out the right field, which he never does.
Right.
Yeah, because he's always...
Okay.
Boy, a good step off and throw over. Fake third, threw it over to first. Dalen just back under the tag.
I hadn't seen that move very much this year, Joby.
I haven't either. I don't think I've seen it one time. That was the first for me.
Where you feint the step to third with the runner at third, and then hopefully that runner gets way off.
Oh, it gets through the catcher.
He's going
to score a run. Dalen will go to second. That ball just leaked out, so it was a slow roller, no bounce back, and so Jet scores easily.
So the base running misread by Jet Fuentes doesn't cost him. So the catcher looked, that curveball, he's really got to watch it into his mitt, and might have taken his eye off of it just a bit with that runner at first. Hard to say.
Well, it just hit his glove and just rolled back to the fence. Jet scored standing up, not even an attempt. Dalen was down to second. That pitch is outside as well, so 2-1 now. The count to Usherwood. He's got a runner down there in scoring position at second base. Bulldogs now lead 5-3, 2 here, so they've answered the 3 runs in the top of the 4th with 2 runs here in the bottom of the 5th. Pacheco with a short lead, second baseman playing there. That's a rip up the middle. Dalen's going to turn it hard.
Going to be a play.
Oh, he bobbled it.
Yeah, he did.
So that's going to be an easy score. So the center fielder bobbles the ball, and Dalen scored easily.
Great job by Grant. He was fastball hunting, got his foot down, and was on time and zinged that fastball back up the middle, line drive, Joby.
And scoring from second base on the RBI was Dalen Pacheco, and the Bulldogs have doubled them up 6-3 as coming in to run for Brant after getting that 2-out single is number 24, the courtesy runner, Destin Pacheco.
I was just fixing to say he needs to be looking fastball and be on time, and he was on time.
He just stroked it up the middle. They're going to come out and talk to their pitcher, the freshman. He's pitched a heck of a game, Lee.
Pretty good game, yes.
Cable Caruth. But the Bulldogs have had some timely hitting. Honestly, we've made some mistakes, but they haven't killed us.
Right.
We've made some running mistakes, but they have not killed us. And so they're talking about it, and let's see if he's going to take the ball from his pitcher. Hadn't seen him do it yet.
The Bulldog crowd is fired up.
They do have a man up in the bullpen, so he may just be giving him a couple more minutes to throw.
He is, yeah.
So he's going to leave, and then Caruth will stay in, but they got a bullpen going.
He may call timeout when he gets back to the dugout. And
turn right around and bring in the pitcher.
We'll see. Sometimes he does that.
So at the plate will be Jet Whitmire, our left fielder. He is 2 for 2, triple and a single. He's struck the ball well.
Yeah, he has. Jets hit it a ton, missed a home run.
And then went the other way. That's just great hitting. Their throw over, not in time, as Destin dives back in. 2 down, 6-3 Bulldogs. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Destin's got a pretty big lead. Here's the pitch. Swung on. That's going to be a base hit. Into left center. Destin will turn and go to third. If they throw it across, Whitmire should go. He didn't go. But that's okay. Stay there. Runners on the corners. Jets now 3 for 3.
Didn't hit it super hard, but got enough of it to right center. Lined it out there. Had a little hump in that line drive, but I think he could have made it to second on the throw to third. Looks like we're going to have a pitching change, Joby.
So, the coach coming back out and looking over to the bullpen. So we'll see who's coming out, and then we'll take a quick break. Or I'll tell you what, we'll go ahead and take a break right now. 6-3 Bulldogs, runners on the corners, bottom of the 5th, 2 outs, and we got a change in pitching. We'll be right back.
The Artesia Police Department wants to remind you to lock up your vehicles, take your keys with you, and never leave valuables in your vehicle. If you're looking for a rewarding career in law enforcement, the Artesia Police Department is looking for you. The department is currently hiring certified and uncertified officers. Take advantage of a great retirement plan, paid leave, and medical benefits. Apply in person, online, or call 575-746-5000 for more information. The Artesia Police Department is an equal opportunity employer. And please always remember, don't drink and drive.
Looking to buy or sell a home in Artesia? Trust the team that knows this town best. Lois Oliver Real Estate. With years of local experience and a dedicated group of expert agents, we're here to guide you every step of the way. Whether you're finding the perfect place for your family or getting the best value when it's time to sell, Lois Oliver Real Estate is your hometown advantage. Visit LoisOliverRealEstate.com and let's get started today, because no one knows Artesia like we do, and we love it here.
And then the curveball back up.
All right, we're back here. We got a pitching change coming in. 2 pitches. A junior, number 14, Elias Munoz, and Cable Caruth will stay in the ballgame. The freshman goes out to center field. And so I think that's the only defensive changes. So he's getting his warm-ups here. Bulldogs have doubled them up here in the bottom of the 5th, scoring 3 runs. It is now 6-3, and they're still threatening. This has been a 2-out rally here, Lee, and we've seen that all year from the Bulldogs.
Yeah, they've done a really good job, like you said, being able to hit with 2 outs, high-pressure situations, much-needed RBIs.
Yeah, they come through. Destin Pacheco ends up over at third base from first on that single by Jet Whitmire, who is now 3 for 3 on the day. Jet with a pair of singles and a triple and a near home run on that. Right after he hit that near home run, he rips it down the right side for a triple. And so coming to the plate, number 6, Derek Warren, the junior, 1 for 2 today. He singled his first at bat on an infield single, just showed his speed, and then he grounded out to the second baseman. So he's got a chance here. Whitmire probably going to be off and running. 2 down.
I would say Coach Bickle's going to try to get him to second base.
Catcher Chavarria sets up on the outer third. The new pitcher Munoz comes set. Off and going, and that's high. They're going to throw it down.
To handle.
He's in there. Oh, he's come off the bag. He's out.
Overslid the bag. His left foot came off the bag, and the second baseman just tagged the foot for the out.
Oh. Doggone it. All right. So that was ball 1, but Derek will come back in the next inning. Caught stealing, and he was there he'd already slid. He was all the way down. But that is out to number 3 to the second baseman, so 2-4. But in the inning, the Bulldogs do damage. They get 5 hits, 3 runs scored, no errors, and 1 runner left on base as we go to the top of the 6th, 6-3, Artesia.
When was the last time a bank asked you if you'd like to keep more of your money? At Artesia Credit Union, you pay yourself by avoiding big bank fees and all the corporate investors that go along with them. Let Artesia Credit Union help you achieve financial happiness. From home and auto loans to a working line of credit or sending your kids to college, membership is open to anyone who calls New Mexico home. Stop by the branch on 5th Street or log on to artesiacu.org. Artesia Credit Union, member NCUA, an equal housing lender.
Hi Artesia, Cambria here from your local KFC and Taco Bell. And boy, do I have some amazing Tuesday deals for you. If you're grabbing a quick bite for yourself, you gotta try our country fried steak meal. This includes our delicious home-style country fried steak patty served with mashed potatoes and white gravy, creamy coleslaw, and a buttermilk biscuit, all just for $4.99. Looking to feed the whole fam? We got you covered. Try our $20 meal deal. This includes 8 pieces of all dark meat chicken, large mashed potatoes and gravy, a large coleslaw, and 4 buttermilk biscuits. As always, it's great to be a Bulldog, and we hope to see you soon at your local KFC and Taco Bell.
All right, we're back here as we go into the top of the 6th inning. 6-3, Artesia. Whitmire, Galindo, Campbell, left to right. Myers, Fuentes, Beauregard, Pacheco, third to first, with Usherwood catching, and Morales throwing his 90th pitch. It bounces up there, ball 1. Johnny Yates at the plate. He is 1 for 2. He flew out to center field, and he got that really high ball that just kept drifting. Got over the head of Whitmire and left. He'll look at ball just low, ball 2.
Yeah, we're sitting way up here, so we can't really judge how down that ball is.
Ground ball, routine to Fuentes. He'll scoop it up like a Hoover. Out. 6-3 the put out.
Great pitch by Diego, induces a hard ground ball to Jet.
That'll bring Mikael Colbert to the plate. He wears number 2, plays third base. He's 1 for 2. He line drived it out to right to Campbell for his first at bat, but then he singled up the middle his second at bat. Here's the wind and the pitch. Just off the plate, ball 1. Diego is a fast worker. Starts off on that first base side when he in the stretch or in the wind-up. Here's the wind and the pitch. Perfect pitch. Strike 1 called.
Can't move the fastball over about 3 inches, right on the corner.
1-1 the count with 1 out. Here's the wind and the pitch.
Good curveball.
That's one of those that starts out, looks like a perfect strike, and it just dove.
That's really sharp. Got late break, late action to it.
He's kind of waved at it. Nothing he could do. Strike 2. 1-2. Bounces it up there. Ball 1. Ball 2. 2-2. Defense has moved back a little bit on the corners left and right. They're still playing somewhat shallow, but not quite as shallow as they have been. Another one that just misses down and away. So full count now to Colbert. On deck is Jaramillo. Well, he came out of the game, but he may still be batting. I don't know. We'll see. He bounced that one up there too. Find it. He's going to round first as it bounced off the plate, I guess, or was that off the umpire?
No, it was. I think it hit the front of the plate. So on this turf, I looked the other day on field 4, and it's the same way on field 1, the field we're playing on. The plate, Joby, the top of the plate's not level with the turf. It's up above it just a little bit. However thick that plate is.
That's the width you got above it.
So probably a half inch, 3/4 of an inch, maybe.
All right, runner not a big lead at first base. Here's the pitch. Strike 1 called. Whoa, a little high. That looked waist high to me. Well, I guess I was wrong. Ball 1.
Grant asked him if it was that high, and he shook his head. Yes, it was high.
Again, the runner over at first, Colbert, he does not got a big lead. He's leaning to first. That was the same pitch, and he called it a strike that time. That was waist high again. That was right there. Strike 1. 1-1 the count. If I was the batter, I wouldn't have swung either. It was right over the middle, but...
Diego looking to induce a ground ball double play right here.
Lead is very short and leaning back to first. Boy, that was a good pitch.
Tied him up with that good fastball.
Fouled it, but just barely. So 1-2 now the count with 1 out. We're in the bottom, we're in the top of the 6. 6-3 Artesia. 1 out. Number 14 is at the plate. It's not Jaramillo. It's the new pitcher, Elias Munoz, so his first at bat. 1-2 count, curveball. He hits it well, left field. Well, it's not as well as I thought. On the run and making the play, Jet Whitmire. He's going to throw it back to first all the way on the run, and it bounces over there. Good throw. He's back in there safely, but man, Jet was running towards their base, toward the foul line, and he fires it over to first, but he's back safely, and that's out number 2.
Good pitch by Diego.
Yeah, it don't hurt to have that speed.
Right.
Because he went and got that one. That was a long run. It wasn't hitting near as well as I thought it was.
Yeah, he could cover some ground.
Yeah. So at the plate, the leadoff batter, and he looks at ball 1.
Picot.
And that is Picot at the plate. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, hit to the right side. I think it's going to get foul.
Slice foul. Hit it right off the end of the bat, not real hard.
Campbell was giving chase and got pretty close, really. Closer than I thought he would, but it does fall foul for strike 1. So 1-1 now the count.
Good thing Bulldogs have 2 outs.
Picot steps back in. He's 0 for 2. He grounded out and walked and struck out swinging in his last at bat. That's going to be out right field. Charlie will come in and make the play for out number 3.
Joby, the Bulldogs are 3 outs from a state championship.
Yes, they are. They're going to come in and try to add some insurance runs here. There was no hits, no runs, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. Bottom of the 6th coming up, 6-3, Artesia. Warren, Campbell, and Beauregard will be coming to the plate.
For quality, convenience, and a great selection, your hometown, family-owned and operated Guy Chevrolet Company of Artesia has the solution. We have the best selection of Chevy and GMC SUVs, both big and small, to fit your crew's needs. Have a new graduate or a new driver? We have fuel efficiency paired with 5-star overall safety ratings to give you peace of mind. We'd love to show you around here at the corner of 1st and Main in Artesia, or buy online at guychevy.com.
Looking for professional window tinting services? Look no further than Reliable Tint in Artesia. Located at 1502 South 1st Street, they specialize in auto and residential window tinting, as well as glass replacement for windshields, side and rear glass. But that's not all. They now offer advanced technology, rock chip, and crack repair, ensuring your vehicle stays in top shape. Open Monday through Saturday, Reliable Tint is here for all of your tinting and glass needs. Call them today, 575-616-9163. Reliable Tint in Artesia, where quality meets reliability.
All right, bottom of the 6th inning, Bulldogs lead 6-3 over the Bloomfield Bobcats here in state championship action, Class 4A. Bloomfield defeating the number 2 seeded St. Pius Sartans yesterday. Artesia defeating Goddard Rockets, the number 12 seed yesterday, 2-0. Derek Warren steps to the plate.
Sure like to get Derek on to start this inning, Joby.
Munoz with the pitch, and there's going to be called strike 1.
Good curveball right down the middle.
Derek is 1 for 2. He is singled on an infield single and then grounded out and almost made another infield single out of it.
Yeah, it was bang, bang play.
Here's the pitch. Swung on. It's going to be a tougher over the pitcher.
It's going to be tough play.
It's going to be a single. He got another infield single, Lee, right up the middle.
Great job.
Leadoff single.
So we've talked about the carpet being very bouncy. Ball came off, got over the pitcher's head. It's not a super fast turf, though. If you, I know that kind of sounds strange, but it didn't bounce up again for the shortstop. It stayed down, and he could not come up with it. It was going to be, I think he was going to be safe if he comes up with it anyway.
Gets a pretty good lead. He'll slide back in head first as they threw it over there. Did Munoz, the new pitcher. So Campbell at the plate. He's 1 for 2. He singled and struck out looking as Derek's got about a 10-foot lead. Here's the pitch. Going to bunt it. They're trying to bunt and run him over, and he'll bunt it foul down the right side.
Bull Warren had a giant lead then. Yeah. Or giant break on the ball for sure.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you've talked about that this season, that at the plate you kind of want your players to say, okay, he's going to get there, just pull back. Well, I think that was ball 1 anyway.
Yeah, yeah. If it's a sacrifice, you want to bunt strikes. But if it's a run and bunt, that's kind of like a hit and run. You got to protect the runner. So
must have been the call. All right, Warren, he's got his front foot out about 11 feet.
Giant lead.
Yeah, he's taking a big lead again. He slides back in safely as they throw over. Obviously, they know what the Bulldogs do when they get on the base pass. They know the runs. We've seen a lot of throwovers today. He's about the same spot as Warren. I was about to say he got a bigger lead, but he's still about the same spot. It's 0-1 at the plate. Campbell steps back in. He's on top of the plate. He'll look at, man, I thought that was a strike again. I mean, he's been fairly consistent. It was just up, right down the middle. Ball 1.
Looked like it was belt high fastball.
That's what I thought. I thought it was a strike. But it's a ball, so 1-1. Warren does step out about 6 inches more. Here's the pitch. He's going to drive it into right field. Oh, Warren should have been going, but he held up on the line drive.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Great job by Charlie Campbell taking that curveball to right field.
Yeah, it was a good line drive out there, and Derek just made sure.
You know, we're up here at a different angle, so
yes.
Being down there on the field, that angle, field level.
Yeah, and I said he should have been gone, but he did a great job. He made sure it got through. There's a line drive between second and first, and then he goes on to second. So nobody out. Bulldogs threatening again. Coming to the plate will be the second baseman, Bub Beauregard. He is due. He's 0 for 2. Flew out, and he grounded out back to the pitcher. He flew out to the second baseman, grounded out to the pitcher. Boy, Charlie's got a massive lead.
No, they're not holding. They're not going to hold him on over there.
He's going to try to bunt him. He does. What a good bunt. He's going to bunt single. Boy, he just deadened that ball.
Yeah, he did. I thought it hit him coming out of the box.
They're asking about it. It's a bunt. Nope, he's bringing him back.
Yeah, I thought it hit him coming out of the box.
So foul ball. Whew, that was a good bunt, but it hit him. So everybody will reposition. Down at second is Derek Warren, Charlie Campbell at first. Nobody out. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Bulldogs lead here 6-3. The Bloomfield Bobcats trying to get out of this jam.
I'm saying the sacrifice is still in order right here. You got to advance these 2 runners to second and third.
Big leads. Here's the pitch. He's going to bunt it to the third base side, just foul for strike 2.
Had a good pitch to bunt, a waist-high curveball right then. Just kind of angled the bat too far, pulled it foul a little bit.
Punched it a little bit. He kind of punched at it, and it hit it maybe harder than he wanted to, plus he angled it.
That's the direction you want to bunt it, is to the third baseman and make him come and field the ball to vacate third. But
especially when the shortstop's playing back there, way over there behind the, just off the plate and high. Ball 1 to Bub Beauregard. So 1-2 now. Warren at second with good speed. Campbell at first with good speed.
Hopefully Bub can be a good 2-strike hitter right here.
Big hole over between second and first. As Warren has a huge lead. Nope, swing and a miss. Boy, just come up empty. Strikeout. Swinging is out number 1, and that'll bring Frankie Galindo to the plate.
Just snuck a fastball by Bub, John.
Frankie's 1 for 2. He's grounded out to the shortstop. He was hit by a pitch, and then he doubled his last at bat. He stroked it out the left center field and got the ground ruled. Though hit it a ton, and the wind had shifted. I think it hurt him a little, but he got the ground rule double, so he steps back in. Munoz comes set, takes a look back, but both runners with tremendous leads. Oh, I thought he would cut that one in half. Strike 1,
yeah,
waist high.
That was a good pitch to swing at.
Right down the middle. Called strike 1, and the second baseman is going to come in and talk to his pitcher, and maybe again saying, hey, he's reading your signs. But Frankie didn't cut it in half. So.
No. One thing on the Bobcat defense right now, so the second baseman's trying to hold the runner on with the right-handed hitter up, but the first baseman's playing up, so it's still a giant hole to the right side. The first baseman doesn't have any, it just cuts his angles down when he's playing up so close like that.
Long look in, so they changed the signals for sure. But Frankie finally called time.
Might as well call timeout and reset, take a deep breath, drive one in the gap. He's thinking gap to gap right here.
He's got a big gap out in right center and right side on the infield as well. Ground ball would be good there. High. Ball 1-1 now the count. So Munoz came in the 5th, and he pitched to one batter and got that out. There was 2 outs. Bulldogs were in the midst of a 2-out rally. They'd already scored 3. And Caruth moved out to center field from the mound. Boy, Warren is going to go, and he is going to be there safely.
Great job by Derek. You just got a walking lead into a running lead, and stole that easily.
And when he slid, he grabbed the bag. He would have slid by it.
Right.
But he held on with his left hand. It's kind of spun around the bag and stayed right there.
Frankie has to get the ball out of the infield right now and get that 7th run in.
Campbell with the lead. There's a little swing back to the net for strike 2. 2-2 now to Frankie. Wind really blowing. It's changed again. It's blowing out the left again. I'm saying if he hits it like he did a while ago, it'll be a homer. Because the wind's blowing out the left field. Campbell, not a big lead over there. He did not chase that one.
Good take.
Ball 3. That was a good pitch by Munoz, but it was off the plate, and Frankie leaned in, and then he took it.
He leaned out there, saw it was out, staying away. Really a good take.
Yep. All right, runners on the corners. Again, not a big lead. Campbell not going to get picked off. Oh, and then he swung through it. That one was ball 4. That was up, but it was too close to not swing, and that's strikeout. Swinging and out, number 2.
That letter high fastball again. It does a lot of hitters in. Going to take a 2-out hit right here, Joby, from Jet Fuentes.
He's 1 for 3. He has his last at bat. He's singled, and he's got those runners on the corners. Campbell not a big lead, doesn't want to get picked off. Munoz steps off and takes a look over there, so everybody will reset. Comes set pretty quick this time. Oh, that was right down the middle, man. Strike 1 called. Jet was looked like he was looking for something else because that was right there.
Probably, yeah.
0-1 to count.
He's going to get a fastball in this at bat. At some point, he's got to be on time.
Fights that inside pitch off for a foul ball.
That hit him on the hand, on the swing.
So he's going to shake that off. The umpire's going to take a stroll and let him shake it off. Coach Bickle going to walk down the line to Jet, but it looks like he's ready to go. He already grabbed his bat and picked it up, and he tells Coach Bickle, I'm okay. 2 down, 0-2 the count. Jet's going to try to fight one and find a gap somewhere. Munoz just going to try to get him. 6-3 Bulldogs. They are threatening here in the bottom of the 6th, trying to get another run, and Lee said, and he's going to stand up, catcher stand up high. He throws it up high. The throw down, he is safe. Boy, that was bang bang.
That was.
Campbell still second.
So the catcher's throw to second, it short hop the second baseman. He did a good job of coming up with the short hop and sweeping the tag back really quickly. But the umpire, he took a second and signaled safe.
Yeah, he was right on top of it, no doubt. All right, Campbell gets his lead to second. It's a big one. Here's the pitch. High, that's high and outside. Ball 2 to Jet. 2-2 the count with 2 outs. A base hit here is going to score 2 runs unless it's right at the shortstop and he holds up. You know, if it's in the middle again. But Campbell's fast enough. Even if he slowed down, he'd probably still score. Swing and a miss. He got him.
Struck out the side.
Struck out the side, swinging. So the Bulldogs get 2 hits, but can't get anybody across. No runs. There was no errors and 2 runners left on base. As we go into the top of the 7th, Bulldogs 3 outs away from a state championship, leading 6-3. We'll be back.
With a deep heritage in oil and gas, Abo Empire is focused on safe and effective energy development in New Mexico. We will continue to make strategic investments in this industry to promote the economic and environmental well-being of our company, our partners, and our communities. We are continuing the Yates tradition. From John Yates Jr., Cynthia Yates Price, and their families, we are your partners in the community and proud supporters of Artesia Bulldog and Lady Bulldog Sports. Ed Safety and Services LLC in Artesia, New Mexico has an immediate opening for roustabout crew and a safety technician. Position requires a clean driving record and must be able to pass a drug and alcohol screening. Ed Safety offers great pay with IRA benefits and employer contribution towards health benefits. Please email resumes to edgecoding@yahoo.com or apply in person at 2801 North Freeman in Artesia. Ed Safety and Services is an equal opportunity employer.
Lee, we've got a new pitcher. The right fielder, Charlie Campbell, has come in. We saw him in the dugout. We saw him in the bullpen earlier, so we knew he was warming up, and if they were going to make a change, he would be the one. He's in at pitching, and out in right field goes Derek Warren, who's been DHing.
So that burns the DH. I mean, so it's just a straight 9.
Diego Morales, he's in line for the win here. He threw 103 pitches. Gave up 3 runs. His ERA 4.50. He had 4 strikeouts. Gave up 8 hits, scattered them, and 3 base on balls. So Charlie Campbell in here with 3 outs away, a 3-run lead. And the Bulldogs looking to win state. After being here last year and falling to Grants, they're back again and trying to get the title. At the plate is Troy Jaramillo, and he's going to look at calls.
Good
Strike
pitch.
one.
Charlie starts him off with a good curveball. Outside corner on the knees.
Charlie pitches from the middle of the rubber, and then when he winds, he goes to the right side. Another good pitch.
Tardy on that fastball, Joby.
Foul ball down the right side for strike two. Jaramillo, this is the young man that's 3 for 3.
Single, double.
Single, double. And Charlie's changed up on him because first pitch, he looked at a strike. Now they got waiting on the ball to be gathered up down there.
Okay.
It went down the right side, and Warren didn't go to get it because it was way over in foul territory. So it looks like maybe a coach went out there to get it. Okay, 0-2. If he can get Jaramillo, he's doing something because he stung the ball every time to the right side for 3 for 3. Again, he hits it, but foul off to the right side. Count remains 0-2.
So Derek Warren's really deep and to the line some. Frankie Galindo straight up in center. Jet Whitmire pinching the gap in left.
Good layoff there. It was a good pitch off the plate, and Jaramillo leaned in, didn't swing. Ball one.
I'd like to see something up and in, maybe up in the strike zone, let her high, see if he can handle that. We'll see.
Usherwood sets up a little bit outside. He
good
got him.
Pitch on the curveball.
Man, what a good pitch. Strikeout swinging.
That had late life on that curveball, Joby.
Now to bring number 13 to the plate, Manuel Chavarria, the catcher. He's 1 for 3, singled his first time through in the 6 hole, and then he flew out and grounded out. Flew it out to Whitmire and grounded out to Byers. Here's the wind and the pitch from Campbell.
Whoa. Charlie's amped up. I'm telling you, that adrenaline must be flowing.
He threw that pitch pretty hard.
He's got a really good arm.
I thought it was knee high, but it's a little low. Ball one. That's a foul ball straight into looked like it hit the face mask of Usherwood.
He straight up challenged him. He's got good arm run on that fastball. Arm side life to it.
1-1 the count. The pitch. Swing and a miss.
Good fastball. I don't know if he's looking curveball, but he just blew that fastball right by him.
Yeah, he waved at it after the ball hit the glove. Almost.
Not sure that was in the strike zone,
no.
But
good pitch though.
Really good pitch.
1-2. Here's the wind and the pitch. Inside, boy, he brought low and tight for ball one. Ball two. 2-2 now the count.
So when you straighten him up like that, I'm thinking he might be coming with the number 2 right here.
Yeah, the old hook. We'll see. Usherwood sets up out on the outer third. He did.
Good
Got
pitch.
Woo! Strike 3. And
Bulldogs with one out, Joby, away from win number 25.
Boy, you said it. What happened is what you called. That inside pitch stood him up, and then he threw the hook. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. I tell you what, I said this when Campbell was over in the dugout. He's got some swagger. He's coming off of he's a starter on the football team. They end up falling to second place to Roswell. Then they win the state title in basketball. He's a catalyst in basketball. He got ice running through the veins.
Pitch, fastball on the outer third.
And he is throwing it hard. Got to be in the 80s.
The hitter, Trey Woods, thought that was low, but he got the call.
He's 0-3, and that's the same pitch. Ooh, how was that not a strike? Just off the plate. Ball one, I guess.
Everybody around us thought it was a strike.
Another good fastball. Trey Woods, he's their cleanup batter. He's on the left side. He's 0-3. Same pitch, strike 2.
Great pitch.
He's thrown that 3 times in a row. The middle one was called the ball.
I'm saying he needs to throw number 4 right here. One strike away from a state championship.
1-2 the count, 2 down. Campbell looking into Usherwood. He sets up on the outside to the lefty.
Good fastball. Bulldogs win state championship.
Bulldogs win! Bulldogs win! They're out on the field celebrating. Charlie Campbell, man, he threw well coming in, and so did our starting pitcher, Diego Morales. We're going to go ahead and take a break, Lee. When we come back, we're going to talk about this game. Bulldogs get a state title.
For quality, convenience, and a great selection, your hometown, family-owned and operated Guy Chevrolet Company of Artesia has the solution. We have the best selection of Chevy and GMC SUVs, both big and small, to fit your crew's needs. Have a new graduate or a new driver? We have fuel efficiency paired with 5-star overall safety ratings to give you peace of mind. We'd love to show you around here at the corner of 1st and Main in Artesia, or buy online at guychevy.com.
Picture this. You're behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor. You're effortlessly breaking ground, moving piles of rocks just by moving a lever, and enjoying the sun as you clear brush across your pasture. We could keep trying to put you in the moment, but to really understand what this feels like, you just have to get in the seat.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
James chapter 1 and verse 4 says, "Let perseverance finish its work, so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything." You know, I read that verse and I really like how the author completes it. That if we allow perseverance in our life to do what it is supposed to do, that we will not only be mature and complete, but we won't lack anything. That God will provide for us the things we need, the things that are relevant in our life at that time, the things that will help us be the people we need to be for Him. And so if you take an inventory of your life, how's your perseverance? How's your willingness to finish the job? And if you're not doing well, then do we need to add God to your life? If you need help with perseverance, if you need help with completeness and being fully mature, come visit us at the Hermosa Church of Christ.
Wilbanks LLC and Wilbanks Trucking Services LLC has over 37 years of experience, from 1987 to 2025 in the Permian Basin oil and gas industry. Wilbanks recently divested out of the rig moving operations to focus exclusively on providing crane services to support the growing demand in the basin. Wilbanks continues to provide quality, expert, and performance-based services to a multitude of customers, with a fleet ranging from 60-ton to 350-ton cranes and locations in Hobbs, Artesia, and Odessa, Texas. We hope that you will consider our team for projects ranging from plant builds, compressor sets, to general site build. Please call us at 575-746-6318 to find out what we can do for you. Wilbanks LLC, your regional expert in the crane world.
All right, we're back here, and I'm going to let everybody listen in as they're about to hand out the blue trophy and then hand out the medal. So I'm just going to turn up my mic, Lee, and let the fans hear the PA announce our Bulldog players. Our 4 seniors are out to receive the trophy, and then they'll all get their medals. And so we'll keep it right here. Bulldogs win 6-3 was the final score. Charlie Campbell comes in, strikes out 2, struck out the side, and the Bulldogs win their title. So here we go.
Number 1, Diego Morales. Number 3, Caden Bogart. Number 5, Griffin Ozinga. Number 12, Jack Myers. Number 13, Connor Tutak. 14, Patrick Hernandez. Number 16, Jet Whitmire. Number 17, Frankie Galupo. Number 22, Elijah Carrasco. Number 24, Destin Pacheco. Assistant coaches, Tony Jaramillo. Gentry Doolittle. Elvis Acosta. Robert Fernandez. And your coach of your state champions, Jackson Bickle.
All right. Big win. You called it, I think it was a week ago Saturday, or a week ago today. You said, I think we're going to be 25-6 next Saturday. And Lee, that's what happened.
Great job by both pitchers, both of our pitchers. Diego Morales, Charlie Campbell coming in. Timely two-out hitting again, Joby. Bulldogs are really good at that this year.
Yeah, we've seen it all year long. We've talked about it all year long, and they did it again this week. Because I'm thinking yesterday's 2 runs that got on the triple was on 2 outs.
It was.
And then again today, timely two-out hitting, and the Artesia Bulldogs are your 2025 state champions. And take a look here for the visiting Bloomfield Bobcats. They get the red trophy. They end up getting 8 hits off of our pitchers. Only all 8 of them came against our winning pitcher, Diego Morales, but they get 8 hits. They had 5 singles and 3 doubles and 3 RBIs, so those 3 runs scored. Their pitcher, the freshman, so he's got 3 more years. They're excited, I'm sure, about that. I mean, they take the loss today, but they had a really good pitcher in number 6, Cable Caruth. He ends up throwing 4.4 2/3 innings. He threw 80 total pitches and gave up 6 runs. His ERA 11.57, but just pitched. I thought he pitched pretty good.
Yeah, scattered those 8 hits. Really good.
He had 5 strikeouts, all of them looking. Gave up 10 hits. I said 8, but I might have said 8, but he gave up 10 hits. And Elias Munoz comes in. He pitched an inning and a third. He pitched 20 total pitches and didn't give up any hits or runs. Actually, gave up no hits and no runs. And he had 3 strikeouts. So they ended up having 8 total strikeouts in the ball game. For the home team, for the Artesia Bulldogs, Frankie Galindo goes 1 for 3, 333, or 1 for 4. He was hit by a pitch, 333 average. Jet Fuentes, he was he was 1 for 4, 250 and a run scored. Galindo had a double, one of his hits. Jack Byers, he ends up not getting the ball, but played some good defense. And he had 1 RBI because it was a sacrifice fly. So one of those runs, Jack Byers drives in. Dalen Pacheco, 2 for 3. With 667 average, and I was trying to see. I lose track of my stuff here, but I was seeing if he scored a run, and I don't think he did. Brent Usherwood, he batted .500. He was 3 hits and batted .500. Had an RBI. Jet Whitmire batted 1,000. He was 3 for 3. He had a triple, he had 2 singles, and he batted 1,000, had an RBI. Derek Warren, 667, 2 for 3 at the plate, both of them infield singles.
Yeah.
And he had an RBI. Charlie Campbell bats 2 for 3, 667. Caden Beauregard couldn't find it, but played good defense. Diego Morales, he didn't ever bat. And so there was our batters. They end up batting, Lee, listen to this average in this ball game. 462. We put the ball in play.
And really, I bet we had a higher average than that with runners in scoring position, I would imagine. I don't know how we figured that out, but anyway.
Yeah, it's probably on, let's see, runners, it might be on here, but I don't know where to find it. But anyhow, the Bulldogs batted well today.
Absolutely.
And the pitching, Diego Morales, he pitches 6 full. He threw 37 balls, 66 strikes, 103 pitches, gave up 3 earned runs, 4.5 ERA. He had 4 strikeouts, 3 swinging, and 1 looking. Gave up 8 hits and 3 base on balls. And then Charlie Campbell came in, pitched 1 inning, no hits, no runs, 2 strikeouts, and the Bulldogs win. The final score, 6-3. They are the state champions. Lee, you got any final thoughts?
No, I'm ready for another one next year in 26. How about that?
Very well could happen. We were junior loaded, so we got, and by the way, congratulations to our seniors. They go out on top, and they get the state championship, and so that's always great. They all played, when they all played, anytime they played fantastic, and they do get the state title. They're going to interview, looks like ProView's going to interview Jet Whitmire. Goes 3 for 3, does Jet. And so he and Coach Bickle look like you're going to get to talk to them. But congratulations to our seniors. Congratulations to our juniors. We had 1 sophomore, and that was Destin Pacheco. Played all season long. We saw him play out right. We saw him play left. Saw him play center early in the season. And then he ran a lot for us as well.
Congratulations to Coach Bickle on his. Not very many first-year coaches can come in and win a state championship.
And he did just that. And he did it. So congratulations to him and the staff. And just a great season overall. They end up going, as you called it, 25-6. They didn't lose again after they defeated Goddard by in the last district matchup, and they didn't lose again. They went undefeated the rest of the season.
I think 7-0.
7-0, and they win the state title, get the 1 seed.
No, 8-0.
8-0, and they get the 1 seed, and they hold true to it, and they are the state champions. Boys track ends up getting 2nd. They get the red trophy. Girls just finish right out of the trophy. They get 4th over at the track meet. And I know I'm going to leave stuff out, but our seasons this year, a lot of our teams did really well. So this was it. We've wrapped up the sports season for the Artesia Bulldogs. But wow, a lot of seconds and a lot of firsts, and just so proud of our teams. The coaches, the players, and the fans. We're so supported, Lee. We just have great support.
Now look at everybody.
I know, there's a lot of fans here.
A lot of fans.
All right, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. On behalf of Jeffrey Curtis, I think he was our producer back in Artesia, and of course my partner Lee Johnson. This is Joby Hodling saying I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. See you at church in the morning.
What does the Artesia General Hospital mill levy really do? It funds $34 million in local salaries, upgrades vital equipment, and supports emergency care without raising your taxes. This is a renewal, not a new tax. It's been essential to our community since 1979, helping AGH serve over 430 staff and thousands of patients each year. Return your ballot by June 3rd. Vote to renew the mill levy and keep Artesia's care close, strong, and stable. To learn more, visit Artesia General Hospital /2025-mill-levy. Paid for by the Artesia Special Hospital District. Sometimes that dog barking is an Artesia Bulldog preparing for victory. Most of the time, however, it's probably just the family pet asking for attention. Artesia Animal Clinic provides a full range of services for just about any size pet or animal. Our new clinic has been expanded to provide better quality of care, including an in-house laboratory, radiology, surgery, herd health, and more. So the next time your pet looks like they could use some extra care, come by Artesia Animal Clinic in our newly remodeled and expanded facility at 110 West Mahone Drive. Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, home-owned and operated for over 50 years, and here for all your plumbing, heating, and cooling needs. Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling has the expertise to install residential, commercial, and industrial air conditioning units, including the conversion of evaporative coolers to refrigerated air systems. Cut cooling costs with high-efficiency Carrier units from Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, your authorized Carrier dealer. Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, a proud sponsor of the Artesia Bulldogs and our community for over 50 years.
Dean's Inc. of Artesia provides a superior choice for all your electrification, communication, and supply needs, with a vision to be the premier industrial electrical service provider in New Mexico and West Texas, providing unparalleled quality in supplies and service with highly skilled and conscious personnel. We pledge to our customers to exhibit the utmost in integrity and reputation while providing superior quality in all we do. Dean's Inc., located at 409 Commerce Road or online at deansinc.com.
Come on, let's have one more.
No, I'm good. And you are too. I called Tommy for a safe ride home.
Don't get hammered. Stay out of the slammer. Never drink, then drive.
This message from the Eddy County DWI program.
That concludes this presentation of sports on AM 990 at 93.7 FM KSVP and online at ksvptv.com. Sports on KSVP AM and FM and at ksvptv.com is presented by Abo Empire, Amigo Machinery, Artesia Animal Clinic, Artesia Credit Union, Artesia Ford Sales, Artesia General Hospital, Artesia Historical Museum, Artesia Plumbing and Heating, Big O Tires of Carlsbad, Bob Reed Pest Control, Kane Electric Supply, Carlsbad Ford, City of Artesia Police Department, Central Valley Electric Cooperative, Needs Incorporated, Devon Energy, Eddy County DWI, Edge Safety, Eastern New Mexico University Portales and ENMU Roswell, Faith Baptist Church, Ben's Country Market, Boris Tire of Artesia and Carlsbad, Guy Chevrolet, H&R Block of Artesia, Hermosa Church of Christ, Hawker & Sons, Incredible Printing, J&J Home Care, J.S. Ward, KC Light Tower, KFC, La Fonda, Lois Oliver Real Estate, Los Agaves Restaurant, Mac Energy, Maupin & Brown Dentistry, Nels Floral, Pecos Valley Equipment, Pressure Services, Smile Expressions, Spur Energy Production, Tate Branch of Artesia, Turpinning & Sons, Trustmark Roofing, Western Bank, and Wilbanks LLC. We now return you to your regular scheduled programming.